Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. All right, give me 1 second to get set up.
Sure.
So, thanks for both of you being on. You two are not only my first two female commanders that I've ever interviewed on the since I started Commander Talk, but you're also the first EU server commanders I've interviewed. So you guys got a double special whammy. Big
Oh,
time
that's great.
special. Big time special. And we have with us today Fiona from and two commanders at the same time. Fiona from Ill and Luna from Name. So thank you both for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you for
Yes,
inviting.
thanks for inviting us.
And you're both streamers,
Yes.
and you
Yes,
guys have both been you guys both regularly World Pugman command
Oh,
generally, and then
yes.
as backups for your guilds, from my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves? Why don't we start with Fiona or Luna, whoever wants to go first?
Oh, well, Fiona, go first.
Um, where should I start?
Wherever. Just I guess you generally kind of you know who you are and how you got into commanding. I guess I
Okay.
have a specific question that I ask later. So to date, I've asked every single commander that's joined what they do IRL, and there's a very specific reason why I asked that. But I'll tell you why before I ask that question.
Okay.
I'm spoiled. I'm sorry.
I'm not. I'm not.
Um, okay. I am Fiona from Germany, and um, I started playing MMOs with World of Warcraft like ages ago, and there I started like leading PvE raids, and somehow with the years I visited different games, and in I think it was Terra, I started doing a bit of commanding, and with Black Desert Online I somehow got involved with leading a very big PvP guild and doing some commanding there, and then somehow I came to Guild Wars 2 and had like half a year without even thinking about commanding, and then we had this event on Abaddon's Mouth, our server. It was called Amazons, or is it Amazons? I think so. In German it was Amazon um, of Abaddon, and it was an all-female 24-hour lead
Interesting.
with a lot of new commanders, and we got lots of friendly improvement comments and stuff, and it went really well. But then somehow I didn't command for quite some time, and when Satya, so when Luna started commanding, or when she was forced to command, she will explain later. Um, we just thought about like doing a dual lead, and because two are not enough, we asked a friend, and we did a triple lead.
Huh. Interesting.
And
Yeah.
somehow we did fill the role of the missing day or missing evening. We first started with, I think it was Reset and switched to Wednesday evening and ended on Mondays.
So you guys both command currently together? Do you guys always command alongside each other?
Most
It's
likely,
more
yeah.
like in a row, like
Mm.
Ah, okay.
one of us is starting, then next one, and while we are in the squad and stuff, and doing backup commanding when Luna's internet is leaving or something, but mostly all of us are there.
Huh. But you're in two different guilds, but you guys work this well together. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah,
sure.
that's another background story, to be honest, but later on that.
Okay. So how about you, Luna? How'd you tell us a little bit about yourself? How you got into commanding?
Yeah, I'm Luna. Most likely people do call me Luna, but I also react to my real life name, Satya. So yeah, I'm in the guild name, Need No Name. We participated in that GVG event, but weren't really successful. So yeah, my career as a commander started being in that guild as a druid and just yeah, listening to the commander and thinking, oh, that's really fun. So I just said, just for fun, in 2019 or so, well, in a year I will lead as well. And so my guild members just made a quote out of it in our Discord and just reacted to it like, yeah, sure, just lead in a year. And then I was forced to, yeah, lead the guild raid of name one day. And then I was like, well, this really made fun. Why not try it again? So Theo and I just talked to each other and thought about just starting that event. Yeah, like Theo said, with the background of this Amazon lead. That's the real start of it, and I just liked it. It's a lot of fun though.
And do you guys
Which
command every day?
no, once a week most likely.
It's like okay. But then for a longer session, then since you guys take turns, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, we have this one evening, and we try to start when most of the people in Germany stop working. So around 80 o'clock, like 6 p.m. in the evening, we started. Most likely Theo did the start, and I just took the lead after. It was like between 1.5 hours to 2 hours for each person in the lead. So we ended up leading all in all about 6 to 7 hours.
Interesting. That's a pretty good session then. Wow.
Yeah.
And
Agents
so
of Abaddon called, yeah.
so basically, you guys have been commanding for about 2 years?
1.5, I
Mm,
guess.
1.5. Wow. That's pretty cool.
yes, somehow like that.
And you guys
Mm-hmm.
love it.
Sure. It's great. There are some moments when you're like, oh, why does this happen? But I
Hmm.
think it's the same for
It's
every
normal.
commander.
Yeah, sometimes it's frustrating. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
So that question that I asked earlier, I bring it back is so thus far this is my 8th episode, so there's two of you, but prior to this I've interviewed 7 different like commanders on NA side, and to date, and the record is flawless. All 7 commanders, they have been, and I asked them what they do IRL because all 7 commanders are either in a managerial position in their real life jobs, a leadership position, and the one individual that wasn't working, he was still a student. He was actually a school government member. So I'm curious to what you guys do IRL. Are you in a supervisory, managerial leadership position IRL too?
Oh, you
Not
want to go
really.
first? Yeah.
We are both
Students.
students.
Mm-hmm.
I am studying psychology and
I'm studying
uh,
biology in a master's.
Oh wow, okay. Wow. So highly educated.
I guess so.
Are you guys are
I
you are
hope
you
so.
guys are you, are you guys in any leadership positions in school? Whether it's like, student government or whatever club or anything like that in class,
Ah,
anything
I
like that?
was. Yeah, I was. I have no idea how this is called in English. It's like a group of students who do supportive things for the students of the subject, like the faculty biology.
Like a teacher's
It's a
student, teacher's assistant, a TA?
no. We just did something for the students. So students came to us when they were like, "Oh, this professor is so annoying," and we are like, "Okay, we got to talk to that professor now."
Interesting.
Yeah, we just help the students.
Huh.
I
I
have
don't know what
no
that. I don't
idea
know
how
what
this is
that's
called.
called in the US. Like,
I will
I.
Google that very quick.
How about you,
I'm
Fiona?
not, but somehow I started early with leadership positions in guilds and games.
Uh huh.
Um, so I guess I had no time for real life leadership positions then.
Okay. Okay.
Um, yeah, took really much of my time, um, especially like the bigger ones, like in Black Desert Online, with all those arena trials and PvP trainings and raids and stuff.
Interesting. Okay. No, there's no right or wrong answer. I'm just curious because it's kind of like a little interesting tidbit. That most commanders have leadership positions in their real life jobs or studies or
Mm.
whatever as well.
We found that word, or the chat and I. Student council.
Student council. Okay. 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 Interesting. It's good to know. Good to know. So seven. If we count 8 and 9, we're 8 of 9 right now. 8 out of the last 9 commanders are all in leadership positions IRL.
Well, I was, but I don't have time anymore.
Well, I mean, I think that still counts. We'll still give it to you. We'll still give it to
Okay.
you. So, what class do you two command on?
Guardian or Warrior?
Guardian Warrior. Okay.
A druid
I love Druid
only.
commanding. I love Druid commanding. Do you run the emo
Oh, it's
build?
so great. The immob build, the druid
Y-
immob.
Yeah, is that what you drive on?
Yeah. I
That's
like
good.
that one, but I'm not leading at this one because my group will hate me if I do that.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
My group will hate me if I will lead on immob because they like the Condi cleanses and heal from me.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, I mainly drive on Mesmer, but I sometimes drive on Druid, and I love driving on the emo build. It's a lot of fun.
It really is great. Do you play? What weapons do you play on that immob build?
Believe it or not, I do staff actually,
Oh,
because I do
really? I
the
do
yeah, because I
staff
do
bow.
yeah, I do staff for the reduction. So when you weapon swap, you can
Mm.
do the reduction on the emob on both
Oh
staffs.
yeah,
So you can just
that's
spam the
nice.
emob every 6 seconds.
That's a great idea. Gonna try
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I'll share the build with you. Let me know. Tell us a little bit about your guilds.
Um, should I start?
Sure.
Whoever.
Um, like when I first entered the World vs. World, um, I got into the squad of Miko, known as Zorn's Miko, um, and afterwards it was guild leading. Miko is the guild leader of ILL, and I somehow got stuck really fast in World vs. World and in this guild. Um, the the good thing about our guild is we have extremely long public leads, um, starting like early in the evening and ending in the morning. Um, and those public leads are one of the main reasons other EU server hates us because they only, uh, yes,
Wait, why do they hate
don't
you?
like us doing night PPT.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And
Okay, okay.
yeah, but the good or few things about the leading style, also the guild, is um, we have, even in our guild rate, like the option to join and leave when we want. We are not forced to join the guild lead when we are online. So we only have motivated people who want to raid at this moment. And same goes for our public leads. We join when we want to join and we leave when we want to leave, and it's still really crowded. So, in my opinion, um, this guild, or not only this guild, but mostly the leader of the guild, or both leaders, are responsible for our server Abaddon's Mouth still being alive, because we had the situation a lot, like often that other guilds left our server, and then we got a crappy linking. Like we got those little server with that was linked to a bigger server people liked a lot, and everybody left the server at the moment of the linking, and then we were like lost 2 months in this matchup without a link partner, and somehow we we went from internal guild leads to one to get more publics up, and we managed to hold a lot of people on the server.
What server? I don't.
At
Sorry to interrupt again. What server are you both on?
Abaddon's
Abaddon's
Mouth,
mouth.
Abington's
Mhm.
Mouth. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, go ahead.
and I think that's one thing, and the other thing is we have a really good community um, revolving around this guild, and some even think or say we would like control the server or something, but it's not like that. It's more like we have some people um, enforcing basic etiquette rules, like when we have people like molesters or something running around, we catch them and ban them from TeamSpeak and forum. Yes, we have a forum. It's really old-fashioned, but we don't have a Discord server. So
Wait, you don't have a Discord server?
no, we
Not
don't.
really.
Oh my gosh, what? How do you guys manage without a Discord server? It's so weird,
We
no?
have a forum.
Oh, you guys still have a forum and you guys use TeamSpeak
Yes.
then?
Yes, we're very old
Yes.
school.
Oh my lordy lordy. It's very rare to see that. I mean, whatever works for you works for you. So there's no judgment here. But that's crazy. Like I haven't seen a server based off of forum and TeamSpeak in a long time. Holy moly, that's interesting. So what do you get? How do you? So let me ask you this then. And one of the benefits, in my opinion, to Discord is that you can throw out the at, right? Like people can just have the application on the desktop. They can have the app on their phones, and then say there's random pug managers just tagging up. They throw the ad out, and then everyone gets a notification. How do you guys let people know if you're using TeamSpeak and forums? Hey, I'm tagging up. Come join me. Or is it just the regularity of, X, Y, and Z's only tagging up at so and so time?
Most people are just roaming around in WordPress world and read the team and map chat. So there is like a constant commercial for TeamSpeak.
I think it's more like the regularity.
The
Um,
regularity. Okay.
I like that.
when
Yeah.
you don't have a regular lead, you won't draw people um, at all. Even when our link servers do use Discord,
Uh
like
huh.
Black Tie does at the moment, and they like announce on Discord that someone will lead,
Uh-huh.
nobody will join, or at least really few people will join.
Hmm.
It's people are planning their day around these leads.
Interesting. That's a rarity nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Most servers, communities, guilds are using Discord. Just because I think it's just the ease of combining your voice platform and your message board platform in one place. But
Well,
at the end of the
for
day, whatever
oh,
works works. Sorry, go ahead.
no, no. I just wanted to say that for the guild name, where I am in, we have a Discord. Funny enough, we
Okay.
use it. Yeah. So yeah, how I got to that guild was really weird because I don't know if it's weird or common in US or so. I don't know, but I'm playing Guild Wars 2 with my dad, and he was roaming around in Wordwars World a lot, and just said like, "Hey, like daughter, let's go to Wordwars World. It's more fun than PVE." So I went there with
Smart
him,
man.
and
Your dad's a very smart man.
yeah, I think so too. No. Well, yeah, and I was like, okay, let's go to Wordwars World and let's have a look if there are nice people and a guild who wants to get us. And we were there, seeing names standing around at the spawn, I like the guild name, and being very sticky. And I was like, oh yeah, that looks organized. Let's ask them. And I just asked a member, like, hey, my dad and I are new to Wordpress World. Would you mind if two beginners would just have a sneak view of Wordpress World with you? And the member said, no, just it's all good. You can come join. We have two siblings in that guild, and most of us met each other in real life already. And yeah, that's how I joined there. It was very familiar. Sadly, half of the people who were there in the beginning just left and stopped playing Guild Wars 2. But yeah, it was very nice. It was a small scale Guild Wars guild. Like it's a lot of fun, and they accepted a druid and an old man, like not really old, but I just like to say that on a warrior.
Hmm. Interesting. Does your dad still play GW2?
Pardon?
Does your dad still play GW2? World v World?
Yes, sure, sure. He's yeah, battle warrior main in
Okay.
World. Yeah.
Okay. That is a very interesting story, actually. That you got into World v World with your dad. Good stuff.
Yeah, why not?
And how long have your two guilds been around?
Ah,
ILL is like from the start.
From like 2012?
Um, yes, I think the two leaders made it for themselves at first, but opened it up like some months after.
Okay.
now for name, yeah, well, some people out of another big guild, which was found in the very beginning of Guild Wars 2. Aeon is the name. I don't know. I think it's 5 years old, 5.5, or something like that. Not that old.
Still pretty old guilds, so they're not newer guilds.
No, not really.
Interesting. And how many do each of your guilds run when you guys form up? Like how big are your raids
In a
usually?
guild raid?
Yeah.
Well, for
Um,
name, it's. Oh, do you want to start?
oh, IL is like 20 to 30 people, or sometimes 15 to 30 people. But we also run with friends, and even have like we started to form the alliance thing when it was first announced. So we have some little guilds as part of our alliance for like some years now. Um, they run in our guild leads as well.
Hmm. So you guys have already started
We
forming your alliances over there.
Yes, yes. It's like a real big. I want to have this guild for my soccer team or so.
Started drafting, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
What? I'm sure the EU people will know if you answer, but NA guys won't. But what guilds are in your alliance? Who have you
Our
Um,
guys?
alliance.
Yeah, who's in your alliance?
I'm not
actually,
with a name in the alliance though, with
Oh, okay.
ILL. Hmm.
Oh, so you guys are in two different alliances then.
Yes and
not
no.
really. Luna will play both accounts
Oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna
with
make
two
two
alliances.
accounts. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Wow, that's committed. That's commitment right there.
Mm-hmm.
Two accounts to play with two alliances.
Yes.
Wow.
Um, we will have our alliances named KGDM, Kingdom of the Grove, since the Grove was initially the meeting point for reset on Abaddon,
Oh,
and
okay.
the guilds in it are Erde, ILL, Odin, and I think GDN from Draka Lake will join us as well, and our two streamer guilds are also in, and I think I forgot some guilds. Maybe TD will join us, but it's unclear because if the cap is 500, we can easily break it maybe. So we need to run the numbers first if it fits.
And then how about for
Well,
name?
name will go with the alliance guild Happily Casual HC. It's as far as I know, they are very slow with the information trading between the members. It's built out of guilds who mainly GVG.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. So there's gonna be a little bit of GVG stacking over there.
Yeah, something like that, like fight-oriented
Right.
guilds. Yeah.
You know what I'm actually surprised about? I'm surprised that no one from EU or NA has been like, let's pick up an EU guild from EU or an NA guild from NA. Because assuming that alliance cap is 500, and most,
Mm.
some alliances may try to build a 24-hour coverage alliance. I'm actually
Mm-hmm.
surprised no one's pulled anyone from the opposite regions to fill a gap, or at least attempted to. Because I
Mm-hmm.
think you
As it
probably
would
could.
make it really easy.
Sorry?
That would make the 24 hours really easy.
Yeah,
Right.
but I'm sure, you could probably pull an NA guild to EU, or maybe even vice versa. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one has actually done that. Not that I know of, anyways.
But
Is it
we
even
somehow
possible?
got this
I mean, you'd have to transfer
with
your account, but
Yeah,
it's definitely
sure, but
possible.
mm.
we got this Spanish server, Baruch Bay. It's
Mm-hmm.
full of
True.
like not only the Spanish Europeans, but also the Spanish South
South Americans.
Americans
Mm.
and
Right, right,
stuff.
right.
So they are known as a night server because of
Yes.
the time zones.
Well, that's a fair point. I forgot about the. How big is the South American population over on EU? I know there's a very large one on NA. How big is the South American population over on the EU region?
Not that big. I think the biggest one is on Baruch Bay. I don't really know about a bigger one, to be honest.
It's
And
really
I,
difficult to
yeah.
say because Baruch Bay is somehow always full, but it never gets full. It's always very high. Since it's the
Interesting.
only Spanish server, they won't close it.
Huh. Interesting. I'm actually surprised that there's you know, I mean, maybe not. I mean, that is one of the only Spanish-speaking servers, both on EU and NA.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it makes sense. There's a large, large, large South American population on NA, and actually, the South American population is actually growing on the NA region, while some of the other regions are contracting. Believe it or not, there's a ton of Central American, South American, and Caribbean players coming into the NA region.
Oh, nice. But
Yeah,
I don't know if you know, but the servers, most servers in EU are separated by language.
all of them? I thought it was only like five.
Yeah, some of them. There are like 3 French servers, I think, and some German
We have,
servers, like more. Yeah,
Okay, and then
I think
like
we
one
got
Spanish server,
7
right?
German servers or something. Yes,
Was
yeah.
there seven
one
German
Spanish.
servers?
Yes, yes.
It's a lot.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Is there that many German players? That's
Yeah.
pretty massive. Holy cola. Seven
And
German servers.
Abaddon's
Holy
mouth
shit.
was German as well, and it still has the German tag, but
Mm-hmm.
somehow, with the linkings, we adopted international guilds. Like, we took in Odin and TD from international servers, and I think both guilds even got NA players, and even ILL, which was a German guild, um, got some NA players,
How many NA players do you guys have in your guild specifically? Would you say?
like 2 or 3, not many, but I think that's interesting since we were originally fully German, and some of them even joined us before we started using English in our leads as well. So
Name doesn't have any NA player.
Okay. So all your raids aren't necessarily in German, they're in English too. Or hybrid.
Yeah, hybrid.
it's hybrid.
Hybrid, okay.
Our main commander, um, Miko, is like speaking really really fast. So he's like he started that, and he does a call in German, and immediately switches to English. And he's so fast that it makes sense for both um, English and German players, and we somehow adopted that.
Hmm. Yeah, we
So
tend to
we,
start in German and then switch to English. But I must attempt. I sometimes forget to talk in English.
yes, it's really hard to switch languages when you are in the infight scenario and you want to give specifics like we move to this stone and now a U-turn and stuff. When you on
The
stress, you
directions. Yeah.
don't find the words fast enough to like call it in both languages. So sometimes you stick to English, and sometimes it's German, and sometimes a mix.
Yeah, you could say short codes are in English, but longer explanations in German.
Interesting. I mean, both of you know, your English for both of you guys is really good. It's great. I can, I think you guys speak English very, very well. So
Oh yeah,
I could
thank
see
you.
you guys commanding easily. But let me ask you this: the NA players that you have over there playing with you guys, are they NA people that live in North America with German background, or they just, they have no clue anything about German, but they just found a community with you guys?
I think
Mm,
option 2.
yes.
Option two. Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool then. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it is.
Interesting.
It's really fun sometimes. Like in German schools, we most likely get taught the British accent, and sometimes when there is someone from NA with a very harsh accent, I don't understand anything. It's super confusing. And then there is like this voice in the background in English saying something, and I only understand our tower in the west, like West Tower, and then what is with this West Tower? Is it broken? And then he's like in very slow English. Oh no, I just repaired the wall.
That's
Something
funny.
like that. It's super fun.
That's funny. That's pretty cool though, that you guys have a very welcoming community.
Yeah, but sometimes it's a little bit hard because on German servers are a lot of older people who are like not really used to speaking that much English and using the social media in English and stuff. So some of them have some understanding problems when we just talk English. So that's why we explain everything longer in German and have still like German as the base language on the server.
Are you talking about your German boomers? The
Yeah,
boomers?
something like that.
The German boomers?
No, not really, but like we have this. Oh, we call it Feierabendspieler in German. It's when you get home from work, you just don't want to do something exhausting. And for some people, thinking in another language is just like super exhausting, and they just want to stick with their mother tongue.
Right, right, right.
So they're just like, this is so yeah exhausting. Can we just talk German? Yeah, like that.
But we also have people like from East Germany, and they're they got told like Russia in Russian, it's Russian, Russian in school,
From back in
and
the
not
USSR
not
days,
English.
right?
Yes, and
Hmm.
they tend to have most problems. Like
Interesting.
they know a few words English, but it's difficult. But we try to fit everybody in, and it doesn't even matter if you are playing a meta build or being max level. We take everyone in if they are on TeamSpeak and being nice.
That was going to be one of my next questions, but I'm going to hold off on that question because I'm actually curious. Is there any, I know you have 7 German servers. Is there any further divide between like what was once East and West Germany and those servers? Or it's pretty spread evenly, would you say?
Very spread.
Very spread. Okay.
Yes.
So it's not like,
There's
there's a sub kind of
no,
server
no.
within the server where
No,
like all the East Germans have somehow congregated versus the West Germans.
that would be funny to be honest, but no, it's not like that.
Okay, interesting. All right. That's just a question. But I guess that would what going off what you had originally said. So you allow everyone to come. You guys don't run any you don't have any meta requirement whatsoever. Just as long as you're on
Yes.
TeamSpeak, you can join.
We want the people to run meta builds, but we are fine if they don't. But if you are like a core ranger or something, you can't expect to get a group with full support if we don't have full support for our groups.
How do you find that like I played a little bit on EU and I found EU to be number one a lot blobbier than NA. Like on EU when I fought there, right? A commander, a pin would have a 50-50 squad and then would have the other 15 players on the map also running with that squad. Like on E, you can literally have an entire map blob on one pin. On NA, very rarely does that happen. So how are you able to be competitive as a force if you're fighting some of these, other groups and other servers that have an entire map queue on one pin and they're fully comped out versus you that allows it? Are you able to overcome that challenge, or are those the groups that you struggle with?
Yeah, we struggle a lot, but we use
Yes.
sometimes, that's not nice, but sometimes we use the random enemies which are not following the tag, like in the voice, as rallying for us.
Use them
So
as bait.
yes, we use them as bait to get
Um,
that challenge. Like you need to think tactical, right? So if you have like a bigger group than yours against you, you try to be tricky, like fake portals and just pull the back line and then put guard lines between them and then just hide fast so they just get less and less.
Interesting.
it's all about strategy. Like sometimes when you have these big blobs, you can run them around over the map while getting the objective. Like I had this situation when we needed to take the tier 3 bay, and we would have been able to fight the enemy blob, but they got all this cannon support and stuff. So I decided to, like, since this blob was following us everywhere, we just ran them around the map while losing some people on the way. And a little group of our Zerg was split up and did attack the bay with nobody inside. And every player who died joined them, and then finally, after like 10 minutes or something, I got a really annoyed whisper from their commander, like, why don't you fight? And I was like, sorry, we just walked the dog, and now we got the bay. I think it's fine. And he was really pissed. And
You basically trolled
yes,
that
and we have,
guy. You basically
Yeah.
trolled him.
yes, we
That's-
um, we also adapted some strategies, since we have some players who are not really good with moving and attacking. So a strategy we use, not a lot, but sometimes, is the turtle strategy. Like, we stack and let them push
Chinese
us.
tactics. Yeah.
Chinese tactics. And we even started using rams to give us ram protection by doing so. And
There's a group that actually is that your group? There's a group over on EU that I remember they just use the ram and they just turtle hardcore. They just stand in one place.
yes,
Is that you
That's
guys?
ILL. It's
there
ILL, yeah.
was like a VOD
Oh,
from
okay.
Teapot, I think, where he's like running up the serpentines with his war squad, pushing our commander, and somehow everybody died. And he was, what the fuck happened? I'm not sure what just happened, and it was a turtle.
I actually fought you guys then. If you were the group that you guys would stand in one place and put down a ram, it was a pisser too. Back when there was retaliation to fight you guys. I
Oh,
haven't because I had my alt over there for a while, but haven't fought since. Interesting.
really? You just need
Yeah.
to join our server and then try the turtle
Hmm.
tactics.
Maybe I might. Maybe I might. So who does your guild's theory crafting? Do you guys theory craft your own builds, or do you guys use some of the builds that are out and available to the public? Do you guys use,
Yeah,
specific
we
things for how you
craft.
run?
We craft our builds ourselves, but we tend to use, like, for the Guardian builds, the meta build, and just add something or change something. But for example, for the Druid, it's completely self-made. The way I play, I guess. Like, at least I think so. I didn't meet anyone else who made that build.
I'll share with you my
It's with
build. We can compare notes.
yes, sure. Wait, I need to log in.
Well, not now, but afterwards.
Yeah,
Afterwards.
but
Yeah.
yeah, for that, yeah, sure. But yeah, it's with a friend and I. Like, he was the main Druid player, and then yeah, he started the builds and just taught me a little bit how to do it, and yeah, that's how it works. Just adding a little bit, and if you don't play a meta class, we will find a way to put it into the guild static, however, in name.
That's actually pretty cool. I mean, I only run meta, and I've kind of just gotten more strict along the way, just because as a pug commander, I find it
Mm,
easier to lead pugs if they're at least on the basic meta.
yeah, sure.
Otherwise, it's an uphill struggle, especially against some of the more organized, larger guilds out there. But I have a lot of respect for groups and guilds and communities that allow anyone to play anything. I mean, I think having a completely open tent, while it may not give you as many wins, I mean,
It's a
winning
trial
isn't
and
everything.
error. Yeah,
Winning isn't
yeah.
everything.
Yes, exactly. That's my way of thinking. Yeah. But for ILL, I think you guys have some meta builds, but also a little bit adapted.
Yes, Miko, our guild leader, is
No, not
doing
completely open builds.
his own builds, and like in our gear trades, um, we have or we are like not entirely forced, but we should play either guild builds or meta builds, or the other option I'm using a lot recently is when we want to play something that's different from our guild build or the meta build, um, we can just ask if the build is okay, and then we can play it if it is. So I'm running a bit different Vora build and even changed my Guardian build a bit, like mostly some sigil changes and stuff, but I always ask, and I hope he is not annoyed since I ask a lot, but I think my builds are okayish.
The good thing is that, you know, nowadays anyways, if you use arc DPS, the numbers speak for themselves. So what I tell my guys is, you know, you can experiment with, you know, whatever you want if you think it'll work, but the production should be there and the data should prove it, right? You know, gone are the days of the imaginary build was, oh my goodness, this build is amazing. No, if the build is amazing, it's amazing at what? It's amazing at DPSing, it's amazing at stripping, it's amazing at cleansing. You know, the only thing you can't really measure is healing, but you can do the self-healing measurement. So if you're gonna try a build and say it can do this or that, then the numbers should show that at the end of the day.
Yeah, sure. But additionally, I have
Yes.
to add that sometimes you have these solo uh, players who only want to be on the top, you know, like don't care for the squad. And then I need to say, like, guys, just look at your damage and open the windows. Like, you know, when you click on the names, you see the damage spike. And then I explain them that they have to have a look that their damage spikes are at the same like time, you know. So it doesn't matter like if they are top DPS, but their damage spike is somewhere
Too
where the
low, right?
enemies are not, you know, just like constantly making damage to be top DPS. It's not
Right.
really working. And we sometimes have these solo players. It's so annoying.
Mm.
They just want
Some
to prove themselves.
No, I
some
agree. Like they're
elementalists
just spamming out all
grinding
their
their
abilities
meteor
nonstop.
shower.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You really have to teach them.
Sorry, you were saying, Fiona?
Um, some elementalists like grinding their meteor showers and like, oh look, my DPS it's really high, and they were grinding it like when there was no clash or something, like just running in front, casting meteor shower, porting back, casting it still, and our Zerg is like, we're not even fighting them now, but fine for your DPS.
Yeah, you get a lot of that. You gotta watch out for those sneaky villains that are just trying to buff the damage meter, fluff it up.
Yeah, it's same with Conti cleansers.
Yeah, that's true.
People tend to go like for builds that can Conti cleanse better than others, but lose other abilities while doing so, and then they are like, "Oh, I'm the best. I did 300 Conti cleanses more than the second one," and it's not really helping since they would have been cleansed anyway, and we lost some healing or protection or stability because they did that. So not really worth it.
Yeah, it's
Agreed.
just more than healing, yeah.
Agreed. And
Yeah,
then
like as long oh
no,
sorry.
no, no, please, you go ahead.
Like as long as your group is alive, you just do everything right.
Correct.
So
The results speak for
that's the
themselves at
main
that point.
point. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, if your group's live, and we have these people like, oh yeah, Scrapper is so meta and it's the best class. Yes, it's the best class for cleansing, super speed, healing, and having stealth and the gyro. But these people who are like, oh, it's the best class, and try to tell me, as a druid, I get attacked often as Condi Cleanser, like, you should play something else. Why are you doing this? Don't do this, like, you're dumb and stuff like that. And then these people are like somewhere behind me. It somehow gives me a satisfaction on a level which it shouldn't give me, but I don't know. And these people we have also, and it's really annoying to deal with it like every day.
The thing about like Druid, it has a lot of cleanse and heal spike, but you need to be
Yeah.
good at astral management. If you're not good at astral
Yes.
management, then quite frankly, Druid is the weaker class. But if you're good at
It is.
astral management, then you can cleanse just as much and heal. You actually even heal at a higher spike than the scrapper can. But
Yeah.
your majority of your player base isn't good at that. So unless they're a
Yes.
really really good
Exactly.
player, I wouldn't put them on Druid. I'd put them on a scrapper
No.
just because it's a little bit easier to
Exactly.
play it, quite frankly. And then you get the
Exactly.
conversion off the scrapper as well versus the Druid. You get no conversion.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. But that's fun. It's fun to play something different and get the challenge of getting somewhere where like classes can get easily.
Agreed. It's good to change it up. Plus, I mean that the X factor that the Druids bring is the cleansing. I mean not the cleansing,
Yeah.
the emobs.
The
The
emotes,
the,
yeah,
the,
yeah.
the Druid brings the X factor of a lot of emobs.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And I'm using the Glyph of Stars as a light.
Oh, as the res, as the big res.
Yeah, the res and the
Yeah,
big Conniclans.
that's a
Mm,
massive res.
yes. Not really useful
Interesting.
right now because, yeah, you guys have the no down state
Yeah,
as
we have
well.
no downside. Yeah, it's worthless right now.
Yes, it's so sad, but yeah.
Interesting.
But also the other option, it's like I need to look up the resistance on this glyph is the old resistance, so you can't get new conditions. Or
Right.
you can, but they don't work. So you could build a strategy around some druids using this glyph to tank damage, or at least condition damage. It's possible in situations.
Yeah. I
So
think in the hands
it's
of a
also
good player, you
interesting.
can play off meta and
Mm.
still bring what you need to the table. But you need a good player to execute.
Yeah, that's true. That's the real difference. That's why it's the fact, it really is a fact, that 220 people guilds or even squads can kill a full blob of 50 plus. Because like on a public, the risk is like really higher that some people are sleeping and maybe not really aware of their class, which is not a problem at all. It's just the fact. Some people just want to play what was world for relaxing, running with the public zerg, doing their dailies, farming pips. And then you have these smaller groups which are way faster and maybe have the scrappers or whatever smoke fields to do the stealth blast properly. And then you have your big public with everything, like not only meta class with smoke fields or something. And then you have a problem because you're slower, the people see where you are, and if they work together with your small groups, yeah, you're just screwed.
Yeah. If you get a good sidecar, it's a hard
Yeah.
fight. Really hard
Yes,
fight.
exactly. That happens a lot. Like in what world to your earlier question, like how do you fight zergs, like big zergs and stuff? But that's the other way around. Having a big zerg with small groups, so annoying.
But would you say, I mean, was my experience in EU World v World accurate? It's been about 5 months, 6 months almost now since I've been on EU side with my alt. But whenever I was there, it would just be full map queues, like non-stop fucking map queues. it was incredible to see because it's fantastic that EU is able to get the entire map on one pin, whereas NA that very rarely happens. But I don't know if that was just the common or was that uncommon.
That's common. Every time when there is prime time, like around 8 p.m., like somehow your time, the queues start to raise. Sometimes we have queues up to 30, but only if there's like a lot of guilds wanting to join that border, or if a special commander is there, since people really like their commanders. I guess it's the same for you at NA. Yeah, they all want to go there.
Right.
Do
Interesting.
you have queues right now? Just out of
We
interest.
we have one QEBG. How about you guys?
EPG is
No
like
queues,
never ending.
How big's your
but
queue? Just out of curiosity.
I think everybody's offline at the
Okay.
moment since
But
it's
yeah.
NA's just starting up now, but we're on a low pop server right now. Like, the server that I play on is a low population server, so we don't
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of players. So we get maybe one map queued, maybe two, I guess, at most. But
Mm.
the groups that we're fighting, they'll have, three, four maps queued by 9 p.m. 1 hour from now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, when we started raiding this evening, like 8 hours ago, there was a queue in EBG as well, like 13 or so. Like EBG is always queued and most likely home border, but with a small queue, 7 or so.
Yeah, EBG is always queued.
Yeah, a
mm,
lot of roamers.
but
But I
we
found
have
that
like this.
for you guys on EU, all the organized groups go to the BLs, the roamers go to EBG. On NA is actually the opposite oftentimes, where the organized groups go to EBG,
Really?
the roamers are shut out. Yeah, not all of them, but a lot of times. Whereas I think on EU, all the organized groups exclusively stay away from EBG.
Well, some try to go there, but then they are like frustrated if they can't fit on it because it's just so full and you don't see anyone. That's so frustrating. You want to help on EBG, maybe Stone Mist is under attack, and you want to help with your full blob, and then you only get 15 people on it out of 50.
Right.
Yeah, no one is in range, and you just see everything dropping. But yeah, it's
Interesting.
it's great that you have it the other way around because I mean, who doesn't want to have a castle, right?
Yeah. Middle Fort. Long live Middle Fort.
Yeah.
Do you have like um days where you have all skill traits and days where are like zero? That's common for us. Like we have the Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays for most skills, and other days are mostly open for publics. And
Ah. What? So wait,
since
say that again. What days are guild only?
Sundays and Thursdays and Tuesdays
And is that across
mostly.
most EU servers or just your server specifically?
I think it's a lot of EU servers doing
Yeah.
it like this.
So basically, on EU, essentially, you have basically days where it's just guilds fighting each other,
Yeah.
and it's almost like it's
Yes.
almost organized or coordinated.
Yeah.
Not
Interesting.
really
Sometimes.
all. It's sometimes organized, but um, today for us, like IL, it was like we just went on the border that wasn't full and found some enemy guilds and fought them like for hours, and I had a lot of fun. We
Hmm.
don't do like scrims or something. We just fight what's there.
Yeah, for a name we just run around looking for groups who we can fight or which we can fight. Sometimes we go to the Eternal Battlegrounds and no, Edge of the Mist, sorry. Edge of the Mist. I'm just so confused with names. And go to the new arena. And yeah, as Janovi said, he's also a name, by the way. Um guilds play to fight, not to PPT. That's why most guilds are like having guild raids at the same day, because they are looking for each other to have some nice fights. And yeah, not every guild wants to keep keeps and towers.
Right. Interesting.
Oh,
You don't really have that on NA, to be honest with you.
really?
There's no coordinated day, no organized day. Guilds just form up on their own day. They really don't say like, yo, all these guilds are forming up on, XYZ day. Let's try to form up on XYZ day too. Like everyone just kind of does their own thing. Hopefully there's groups out. Sometimes there's not. There's nothing
Hmm.
close to that on NA. And quite frankly, there has never been anything close to that on NA.
That's kind of sad.
You still get
But
action
I
just
think
because
it's good.
Yeah.
is slammed during that 4 hour, 5 hours from like 8 p.m. EST to midnight
True.
1 a.m. EST. It's slammed, so there's all most
Yeah.
times all the maps are queued anyways, but it's not coordinated like on EU where all the
Yeah.
guilds just form up on certain days.
It's not really coordinated from one person or two persons. It's just it just happens, and then it's coordinated on its own. Like, oh, have you heard Guild XY is running on day Z, like that, and then people start like, oh, that would be nice to fight them, and like just start tagging up at the same day. Yeah, and then it happens. It just happens. It's like a
Um,
talking about guilds.
Right.
yeah,
That's
it's
cool though.
something funny happened today. Like, there was this guild, and the guild sent not like a spy, but a person logging on our map and having the guild name as its character name, telling us, "Oh, my guild is in South Bay. Please go there. You need to defend it." And then we fought this guild like the whole evening at South Bay. So he was obviously like plotting us to fight them.
That's cool though, for sure. Well, I guess that leads me into a great follow-up question. Who would you guys say is your either now or in the past, your rival or arch nemesis for each of your guilds?
Um, Guild wise or
Yeah, guild wise. Yeah, or you can do both, guild and server wise. How about that?
Soma is definitely Baruch Bay, since
Mhm.
th um, they are really night active, and we are also like our leads tend to last like even 10 hours. Um, we have a commander leading from 6 p.m. to like 5 a.m. On some days. On some days even longer, and we get a lot of really good fights in the night with Baruch, and lots of other servers are like dead after 10 p.m. It's we even have servers who like stand inside our fortress at the lord. They wipe us, and it gets 10 p.m. We can come back, and they're gone. It's really funny, but yes, we can't really work with that because they only give us like 2 to 3 hours fun, and then we're alone, and we want to do world versus world and not world versus PvE. So
Yeah.
yeah,
For name, it's a
and
little bit different. Sorry, go on.
I don't think we have like a rival guild.
We have
No
many.
arch nemesis.
No, not really.
Like, not a real one. We have some friends and also a training rival guild. I think the actual name is Pony. I'm not so sure about that. They change their names so often. I really forget their names. But it's like guild-wise for name. It's not really a real server. It's guild-wise, and we actually play a lot against TC and so on, like Wrath. I guess in English. Yeah, it's just good ways, and they switch servers so often, so we don't really have an enemy server with a name, but we don't like Baruch Bay because there is no guild action when we play, so yeah, different views.
Interesting. And then how about commander-wise for each of you? Who would you say is, whenever you face this commander, you're like, fuck, it's this person that we're fighting against? Any commander out there specifically who you hate fighting against?
Mm. Well, not really hating. There are some people, like
Well, maybe not
some
hate, not like hate as in I hate
not
this,
hating,
but
like as
frustrating and
enemies, you know. Yeah, yeah,
you.
frustrating. Oh, Jesus Christ. I tend to forget names. I have such a bad name memory. Gee. And no idea. What was the public we were like forced to fight but lose every time? Fio, do you know that? You remember?
I'm not sure, but it's a thing. I don't have a specific commander. It's more like the clouds I hate. I hate
Yeah.
fighting this big blobby cloud servers. We have so normally you have a commander and the server is sticking to the commander. But some servers are really overstacked fast on you, and they still tend to go around the same place. Like Uzurk is staying inside a camp or something, and then the cloud comes, and you have like 70 people running around you, shooting from every direction, and I hate dealing with that. It's really annoying.
That's when it's great to
Um,
drive on a mesmer.
Yeah. You
but
have a lot of
the
illusions,
problem
yeah.
is, even with illusions and stuff,
Well, I mean with the
um,
pulls, the curtain pulls, you just pull all
True.
the roamers.
The roamers
yes, but
are the
what our
mesmers.
problem is, since we have also have the people who are not so good or not on meta classes and stuff, um, we really struggle with those big clouds, and I think it's mostly because of that, because we can't like start running around fast and dealing damage while doing so with a public most of the time, because some people will just stop doing damage when they start running, or stop moving and start doing damage and then die, because the roamers, and yes, the roamers will just pick them up and kill them, and we can't do anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's really frustrating commanding against a roaming blob.
Yeah, well, most likely they don't really have a tag, I think. They're just there and blobby and everywhere and just doing stuff. But what there is a event when we fight against each other, like with the Angels of Abaddon lead, where we three girls leading. It's called in German Deppen von Millersund, but I'm not so sure what Depp is in English. It's like a funny way of call yourself like a little bit crazy and stupid at the same time, you know, like an idiot.
Hmm.
So they were like not the angels of the other server, but yeah, somehow like the funny guys of the other server. That's a event against our Angels of Abaddon lead when we fight against each other. Yeah,
Do you know what I've
that's fun.
noticed is that on EU, and I don't know why this is, but it's an interesting observation. I've noticed that EU has a lot, and when I say a lot, I'd say it's a significant amount more female commanders than NA does. Like a lot more female commanders on EU than on NA. It's it's crazy. I don't know why that is though.
I don't know either. Like, I mean, I haven't been on an
How
NA
many female
server.
commanders on your server, on your one German server, would you say?
At least 5.
At least 5?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes.
I think you might have more female commanders on your one German server than there is on all of NA. No
Oh,
bullshit.
really?
No
That's so
bullshit.
sad.
It is sad. I think we should have a lot more female commanders all over the place. For some reason you just don't have a lot. You just don't, and it's weird.
Yeah, I have no idea why that is like that, but yeah. It seems to be like that. I didn't even knew about that.
It's male dominated on NA. Male,
Oh.
heavily male dominated. Not even just like slightly. It's like probably of the entire commander population, it's probably like 97, 98% males.
No, we have a real like an only female lead on Sunday mornings. It's called a breakfast lead of one of the Angels of Abaddon as well. Yeah, she's leading from 9 a.m. to I think 1 or 3 p.m.
Only ladies are invited into the Angels of Abaddon. Is that
No,
how
no,
it
no.
is?
Yeah, well, the leading ones, yes, sure. We just
Um,
started it as a girl group just for fun, you know, and thought for a name. We're like, Angels of like,
I have a fun fact
yeah.
to this name. When we started naming it, um, we were like thinking, and after our first lead, we talked to Miko and wanted to receive some tips and stuff. And he was like, okay, I don't remember a lot, but you should have talked to me yesterday. I would have remembered way more. But in this situation, you walked this way, and then there was this cannon, and he knew like everything. And I was like, okay, we can name it like 3 angels, or I think we started with 4 actually.
We started with 4.
4 angels for Miko, but he didn't want us to, so we went to like yes, Angels of Abaddon.
I have a couple of people that in my squad just say that ladies brunch raid sounds so chill. You're ready to recruit some male gamers over to your server just by saying that alone. They're on their way.
Sure.
You got some male NA gamers on the way to
Yeah, nice.
Abaddon's mouth. They're
Why
coming.
not? It will be funny, I guess. It's all about
Is
having
there
some fun
space?
time.
I can't believe you guys have 5 female commanders on that one server. That's shocking to me. It
I
shouldn't be
think
shocking to me, but it's
one is
shocking
not
to me.
active, but yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, we have a lot of male commanders in total. If you count guild commanders as well, it should be around 30-ish, 20, 30-ish male commanders on the server. Like, who have a commander tag and tag up either in guilds or publics. So, it's still a lot, but
Even the server I was on was FSP. That
yeah.
FSP server has like 4 female commanders, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Pasha picks. I think
That's
so.
amazing. That's
Don't they
amazing.
even have a early morning shift female public lead? I'm not so sure about that.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Mm.
I wonder
Yeah,
why.
it's
It must be some.
I don't know.
There must be a cultural difference over there, compared to the U.S. Like, that they're just it's a male-dominated role over on NA.
Yeah, thank you, Geek.
And the more that I think about it, the handful of female commanders that are on NA. When I say NA, I mean all the NA servers put together. The handful of female commanders. I'd say about 25% of them are actually European.
Oh, they are.
So they're actually EU, you know, players that are playing on NA region and commanding. So that if you break it down further like that, then when it comes to like actually North American, female players that are actually commanding on NA servers, it's minuscule. It's honestly minuscule.
Huh. What a fun total. Yeah, really. like that.
I'm gonna have to investigate further and find out why.
Dude, that sounds like a good question and like an interesting answer to that question.
It is.
But I'm not sure why that is like that. Really, like I mean, when I'm leading, I'm I sometimes hear from male commanders like, yeah, your like the breaches are not really placed well. What did you do there? Don't do that. Stop doing that. And I'm like, not really able to call them out harsh or so. Maybe some people like that. Maybe that's why, I don't know. Some people go
You
to
don't
the
actually tell me,
female
yo,
leads.
bro, back the fuck off. I'm driving. Stop backseating me. You don't tell them that?
Yeah, well, sometimes I just ignore them.
I think Americans are a little bit more blunt.
Yeah, really. Like, okay, but sometimes when people are really not listening, like, you say, we dodge to the left in 3, 2, 1, and then 15 people out of 50 are just dying in the firestorm of an elementalist or whatever, you know. Then there is a point of when when I say something, but apart from that, I'm just asking, like, yeah, why do you think this went wrong? Just tell me what I did wrong, or did you play something wrong, and stuff like that. And then when people don't answer, I'm like, okay, well, fine, everyone sees their mistakes, I guess. And then I continue, and then I tell them what they did wrong, like in a normal conversation like that.
Hmm.
Like I don't name call.
Well, let me ask you this: would you two consider yourselves like aggressive commanders, or are you would you consider yourself a little bit more passive, or are you kind of you walk the fine line?
In a
I
way of
think
playing or
I'm
acting.
I mean, when you're commanding, basically, like,
Oh. Mhm.
are you would you say you consider yourself a little bit more on the aggressive side? Be like, and then when I say aggressive, let me rephrase that because aggressive I don't think is the right word. I guess more disciplined in your feedback to your group. Are you more like active and be like, hey, this was a big mess up on our part. You need to get this together, or hey, our DPS really fucked up here. We need to change this. We don't have enough cleanses. Cleansers get it together and do this stuff. Are you kind of like that, or you a little bit more passive, like, ah, we wipe, let's just do better, and you move on
Somewhere in between. I would
somewhere
just
in
put me
between.
somewhere in between.
yeah, same. I do say or analyze situations and tell people to like start to listen and stuff. I even made some like to do specific stuff that made no sense at all, just to see if they're actually listening on this on TeamSpeak. Like now stack on the right to me, and then you see like 30 people moving to the right, and you have this 5 guys standing on the left, and you are like, okay, why are they staying on the left? And they're like not responding at all, and then you check and you see them muted, and even the sound muted. So yeah.
That's
Hmm.
when a kick is
That's when you call
confirmed.
them rally bots and you kick them out, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
no, I don't
when
call
I would.
somebody bots.
You don't
No,
call them
I
rally
wouldn't.
No,
bots. You just
I I'm
No,
too
we
nice
have
to
people
that
for that in
for
the
that.
squad.
Yes.
Yes.
Um, but I got this one person. I really dislike them. Um, this person was like jumping from randomly jumping from cliffs in a fight situation where we needed them, and was like calling out like
The
I'm not
jump
sure
into
what
the
this.
water from the very high edge, when you just jump into the water like a
hmm
ball
hmm
with your ass down, like that. I don't know what's the
Yes.
English name for it,
Um,
but
like a
that
the
cannonball.
word.
drum name is
Yeah, cannonball, like that.
Cannonball. Yeah.
Exactly.
yes, and he's doing it every time, and I needed every people I could get, and he was like jumping and talking nonsense, and I was like, could you please start doing your stuff? I don't need that people jumping from cliffs all the time. Um, And if you don't, you can also get another group, but I won't invite you anymore. And he was really pissed. And I think he never talked to me again after that. And when I am leading and taking the lead from Luna, for example, and he's in the group, I start with kicking him because it
But
makes no sense to have him.
I leave him be in the squad since he's a name member. But yeah, I have no idea. I can handle that better in another, like, differently.
You guys are too nice. I think that's what it is. You guys are just very, very nice people.
Really? Well, I just say it's the problem of his her group then, like of the person's group. Like if you just jump down and die, well then your group has to rescue you because you're in that group, and this group is like supposed to heal you and whatever. So just go ahead, and then it sometimes just works by
Works
itself.
itself out.
Yeah.
Just let it work itself out. That's funny.
Yeah, it just started. Yeah, well,
Maybe maybe I'm too aggressive then, because I just kick him out.
really,
Just get him out
I
of
don't do
here.
that.
Just get him out of here.
I even asked the DPS Weaver, like what you did right there, put them in an extra group because they can move, you know. I just like, yeah, well, do you survive out of a group? And they all say yes, obviously, but I just asked them before. I don't know why. Maybe I'm too polite. I have no idea.
You have a higher tolerance, higher patience.
I guess so. Sometimes I wonder why and how.
Well, the way I look at it is like pug mending is hard enough as it is. Like even
Yes.
with the players that are there, trying their best, it's still a hard fight sometimes. To have those guys that just don't care and that have very selfish attitudes, I just don't have the patience. At that point, I just don't want to deal with it. I just kick them out and focus on the
Mm.
people that, do want to, that do care, that are trying their best. Pug
Yeah,
mending is work sometimes, to be honest with you.
true. Well, I wouldn't kick someone out who's like a beginner or like
Yeah, I
new to
wouldn't
the
kick out a
class, you
I
know?
wouldn't kick out a beginner. I
Yeah,
don't care if you're new or old or good or bad. I'm just looking for
yeah.
someone who has a team mentality.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. We have a lot of
Yeah,
people who are
same.
like um yeah, they say that about themselves because they are older, they don't have the faster reactions. Like even in our guild, they say, "Yeah, I'm old. I'm not that fast with reacting and stuff and learning stuff fast."
And that's fine.
But I don't really care. That's fine.
Yeah, that's
Just
fine.
just just get like the WordPress world vibe on your level, like, you know.
Everyone is trainable, in my opinion. Everyone can improve. Everyone can be
Yeah.
taught. It's the people that don't care, that are just have very
Yes.
selfish mentalities. They do their own thing.
Mhm.
That they expect the
Yes.
team to carry them without really looking at everyone else as a
Mhm.
team member. Those are the people that I have problems with.
Yeah. Yeah,
And the
these like
cannonball guys.
only yeah. Only this meta build and only that yeah. And this stuff like that, like let the people try, and if it doesn't work, they will know. Yeah.
Agreed.
It's
Agreed.
yeah.
Well, going off that leads a great lead into my next question. What are your thoughts of the direction ANET is taking for World v World?
Split.
Specifically, I guess alliances. They said they're going to increase rewards.
Mm.
What are your thoughts generally on what they're trying to do?
I think it's a nice idea, but I don't know. I've heard about that for so long for the alliances. Like they should have been starting somewhere 2 years ago or whatever. Everyone was very hyped, and now I got used to the other stuff. So it's a new thing, and everyone is skeptical about, like, obviously when something new happens to appear and stuff. But I think it could be some new fresh air in WordPress world. Increasing the rewards would be nice as well, because like I don't know how they will do it for healers, because when you're a healer you don't really get many loot bags. And they said they just put it on a high level, but I don't really notice anything about that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the alliances. and for the beta just to see how it will be.
Yes,
Fiona?
I'm kind of hyped. I think it can improve a lot of things. Like, we have this transfer problem after each linking. People leave their servers and overstake others a lot, leading to dead matchups. And yes, that's a huge problem. I hope they won't allow transfers when the matchups are made with the alliance system. If they make like this, it could improve the overall experience a lot. And for like myself, it's a good option to gather friends from other servers um, that would like normally say like, it's too expensive to pay the gems to transfer, and um, just to have a look at World versus World. Um, Sometimes it's I think the main reason for them not playing is being on a server that's not supporting new player, and also not having a community that's really nice.
I agree with that.
And I'm quite sure when I get them onto our community, they will have a lot of fun World versus World. But the alliance system will make it far easier to get them, and that's, I think, the most important thing about it. Get your friends, get the people you like, and leave the people you dislike. We have this some people on our server that who are like trolling and are known trolls doing stupid stuff, and everybody's annoyed of them, even themselves, I think, and we can leave them.
Right.
Sure, we will get new ones that get linked to our alliance, but in the first place, we won't have to deal with them like every matchup. They're gone. And that's a huge plus.
Is your server closed or is it open?
Open.
It's open.
Open, okay.
Actually, we are always on a big lower population since yes, we lost guilds after the relinks. Even one guild of our alliance or future alliance left the server to gather some new people before the alliance system happens, and we are running like on low population for some matchups now.
Wow, interesting. But you have a strong community.
Yes,
I would say, no.
we started with on, and not I won't say like started, but we got this. We were linked like for years with another German server, and then we suddenly got an English link partner, and it was a server which was linked to a big fight server, and mostly people who had friends on the server were on this link, and they left immediately, and we were on our own then, like a high server with a dead link partner, and then we started like making a good uptime for commanders or for leads in the league, and somehow we got every evening covered, and we are we can hold ourselves up. So that's I think really good.
Nice. Is there anything on your wish list that you'd like to see ANET do for World v World?
I would like to have an option in the guild window to like allow players in your guild to take or to like how is it called to choose this guild as alliance guild, or like you can give a rank the right to choose the guild for the alliance guild or not. So you can plan with the people and won't have this guy everybody likes but never plays PvE, never plays Word vs Word.
Doesn't take up an
And
alliance spot.
yes,
That makes sense. That's actually a good idea. No commander has suggested that today. That's actually a really good idea.
I
Huh.
agree with that.
That's a, you know, Fiona, this is why it's good to get input from many different people. Out of all the commanders thus far, no one has come up with that as an idea, but I think it's necessary and it's smart.
It is. It really is. It's annoying that I don't see it. Like even as a guild leader myself, I like it's really annoying.
Because the only alternative is you just kick them out of the guild, so they can't take it. But to have that balance where you don't have to kick them, but only a certain rank can, you click on your alliance as an alliance guild, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yes, indeed.
it's even more important for guilds like ILL. We have 203 members with like around 50 to 70 active members, and I'm not sure how they will deal with that. If we don't have this option and we have 203 members counted in, we need to pick people who are not active, since
Well,
we would have
some people may
half
not
of an alliance.
click your guild. I mean, we don't know what the UI looks like, but maybe not all of them will choose your guild as the alliance. But I do think it makes more sense from a management perspective to allow you to give people a rank, whether they even have the opportunity to click your guild. It just makes a lot more sense. You manage it on the front end rather than the back end.
No.
Interesting. Good idea. Anything else you guys would like to see?
I don't think so.
Not really, no. But maybe the real number of how many people are fitting on a border. Because sometimes it's really annoying to plan with your full size of a squad.
I'm pretty sure it's 65 for BL, 75 for EBG.
Yeah. But yeah, there is no real number. Like there is a number in our thoughts and we guess it, but did they even make it like public?
They have not.
No, right?
They have not.
No.
No.
That's sad. That's sad.
Anything else that you'd like to see in the game mode though? Like just outside of alliances, anything else you'd like to see in World v World? Like if you had a choice to do something new content-wise in World v World, anything specific or that you think of that you'd like to see?
Some more events, like the no downstate event is super boring at a point. Like it's the same events every time. Why not have an event where you need half of the Doliacs to level up your towers or stuff, or I don't know, all walls are tier 3 walls or whatever, like a variety of events maybe, and not only no downstate. That would be nice.
I want the siege tower.
No.
I
A
did
movable siege
play
tower where you could just
Oh
yes,
no.
I
run
did
up
play
there and get onto the
Versus
walls.
online, and
Oh no.
there you had like the option to build this building, and after like 30 minutes, it gave you the siege tower item. You did place it somewhere, and then you could drive around the map with this huge siege tower, and It even had unit collision. It was really fun and interesting to play around.
What if you could do it this way? Is that you could build a siege tower at your next closest structure, and then it takes a little bit to load up, and then the siege tower slowly moves towards the next enemy structure, and you have to defend it on the way there. And then if it hits it, it lays down the rampart, and then you can climb up and scale the walls.
Yeah, it would
So
be
there's
cool as
two
well.
portions to that. You gotta defend the siege tower on its way to the next enemy structure, and then once you get it there, then you can use it.
That would be a fun event, though.
Hmm. I think more events like that would help get more variety out of World vs. World. And I think it's important to make fighting for objectives like it more interesting since there are guilds like Name, for example, who are up for the fight, but they don't really much care about the objectives. And I think it's mostly because it's not too interesting for them. And if they would improve the fights you get from objectives, they would focus more on that and would have more fun. And I think when players dodge content like attacking objectives, it's a clear message that it's not interesting enough or too difficult or something like that. So they would need to tackle this.
I agree with that. Did either of you play during orbs by any chance? When the orbs were around in this game?
No.
No, I only heard of this time.
Orbs would be amazing. That would bring a lot of action into the game. Those were the glory days of GW2.
Was it with the Quaggan events or so?
Yeah, they had the Quaggan event at the same time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Quaggan Islands, actually.
No, I didn't play it
The
then.
good old
My little
days.
brother played it then, but I didn't. I was stuck in Guild Wars 1 still.
Ah, interesting.
I could recommend a commander, and you could talk to who could tell you more about this time.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I'm
our
gonna
guild leader.
Yeah, I'm gonna interview a bunch of different commanders from NAEU. I have currently enough commanders lined up till January, um,
Oh wow.
like scheduled
So
already for
busy.
January. But I'm planning on,
Nice.
interviewing different commanders, different time zones, different regions, different, big guilds, small guilds, medium guilds, GVG guilds, fight guilds, PPT guilds. Because the reason I think it's good to have, it's good to learn about different commanders, their perspectives, what their philosophy is on the game, what their
Mm.
communities are like, what they'd like to see in World v World, why they play World v World, and for ANET to be able to hear all these things firsthand from commanders and different types of commanders, I think is incredibly important, and the
Mm-hmm.
community itself at large. There's a lot of
Yeah.
toxicity in World v World, but when you really
Sadly, yes.
you take a step back and you think about it, everyone's just playing to have fun. And if you really just talk to people, in person, and you hear where they're coming from and why they play, hopefully it brings a little positivity to the table.
Yeah. I see it. It's just a game. Like I mean, it's a game. It has to make fun at least, but it has to be fun. Sorry for the German thing here, but I can understand that some people want to be more progress-like, but yeah, that's like why don't ask nicely and why just scream at people? You know, it's sometimes I don't get it.
I agree. What tools do you two wish you had as a commander to improve your ability to command? Is there anything that you wish you had as a commander at your fingertips within the game, UI wise, whatever, to help you be a better commander, or help you maybe not be a better commander per se, but help you command with a little bit more ease? Because at times commanding is work. Is there something you'd like to see added to the game?
Yes, neon colored commander text because you can't see anything with these colors. The commander tag gets lost so many times. Some people have this red-green disease, they can't see it. When you're blue tag, you can't really see the blue tag. It's annoying. I just want to have some neon orange or neon pink thing, just you can see it, the commander everywhere, because group targeting is very important for the group dynamics to get single targets. And I don't want to waste that group target on the command attack, to be honest. That would be something nice. More
It's a good
intense colors.
intense color, or someone actually suggested in Twitch a larger one too. It's not a bad idea,
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
honest.
that's true. Yeah, that's true. Maybe a mixture of both of that, larger and different colors. Light
Fiona,
traps.
anything you'd like to see as a commander added to the
Um,
game?
I would like to have a squad-wide target marker, like
You're the
when I wanted
second person
to.
to want that, believe it or not, and
I
only the
think it's
second person.
important when there's a dragon banner or something, or in this Roma blob fights, when you don't have that much damage, you need to call certain targets. And I am mostly talking a lot then, because it's more like, how can I call out a target if a marker above the head isn't enough? I need to like specify the location and the name and the tag for everybody to notice. Like uh, in the front, on the right side, on the rock, there is this guy, guild tag evil. Uh, Focus on them, and I could like put the target on him. Everybody would press a button, and they would have him. Would be way easier and makes life a lot easier as well.
I agree with.
But
The only other thing, the slight thing I'll say about that is, can you imagine 50 players single targeting one person? They just get obliterated. I think it would make pin sniping. I don't know if this is a thing on EU, but on NA, it's a thing where certain groups will specifically only target the commander and just try to eliminate the commander before the rest of the
Yeah,
squad. It'll make pin sniping absolutely miserable. Like
yeah.
miserable.
This is
we
something we
have,
don't really want to see.
yes, there are like entire guilds doing this sniping
Oh yes.
stuff,
There's entire guilds that are
and
just
putting
made up of
commanders and stuff.
pull NGs, DHs,
Mm,
mowing. It's disgusting.
Yes,
Reapers,
It's
yes,
we
these
absolutely
sometimes
reapers.
disgusting.
have
Yeah,
like our main commander in the guild is a big char, and he must be moored and pulled a lot of times. And when I take up, or even when I am running with him on a char as well, I get perma moored and stuff. And when I
That's the only
switch
thing
back
I'm
to
afraid of
my
if you allow
main
squad
with the
wise command.
human, yeah,
That's the only thing I'm afraid of. If you allow squad wise, targeting. It just make it so easy to pin snipe the commander.
they could like do something about that with giving the commander a little buff, making the commander tankier than everybody else
Or
when
maybe
you got
unpullable at
like
least.
10 people in squad or something. Yes, or unpullable, or gives the commander the option to command as a ghost. The ghost can move in a certain radius around their squad, and when the commander gets pulled out, it doesn't matter because they will just switch to the ghost, and it doesn't matter. Like, um, most of the
I
times
have yet
it's
to have
like,
anyone suggest making Commander a ghost. Out of the box thinking.
yeah,
Yeah.
why not? Um, I remember
I don't know why
in
not. I
Black
haven't had
Desert
an
Online a
opportunity to think
lot.
about it. It's a crazy
Um,
idea. Not saying it's
in
bad.
Black Desert you had like this, I think it was an option to like um scroll out of your dead body and look around, and people were commanding from their dead bodies then. And in Guild Wars 2 it's really difficult to do that, so gives the players an
Oh,
option
so you're
either
saying if the
to,
commander dies early, he just
Hmm.
becomes a ghost and he can still command.
yes,
Ah, that's
and he can only move
hmm.
in a certain range around
His
the spot.
corpse.
So, or not his corpse, maybe, or his corpse.
No.
There need to be some restrictions, because
Because then people would just command
otherwise
from
there
ghosts and
will
they would have
be
commanded the real
the
player.
ghost commander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually Fiona. You've got some ideas to you, girl. You got some ideas to you. That's actually not a bad idea. I thought you were saying let commanders be a ghost and let them command with invuln the entire time. You're saying if they
No,
die, then they turn it. The commander only turns into a ghost and can command around their corpse
Yeah, that would
yeah.
be very
to prevent
nice.
pin sniping. That's actually not a bad idea. I'm gonna be
At
honest
the
with you.
moment it's most likely the commander dies, and you have this other commanding person in the squad who takes over. And most of the time, it's more like not they are not prepared. It's more like, oh shit, I need to command. Okay, I don't have a clue what the other commander what we're planning, but we do this now, and often it fails because the person isn't prepared. So
Oh,
would be
something.
best to give them the commander an option to like
Yeah,
fulfill this plan, and
that would be
the
great.
squad can rest them afterward, or they all die and start back from the spawn.
I actually like that idea.
I
They
have,
can command as a
yeah,
ghost within a radius of their corpse. I
I
can
like
think
that
that could
one
work.
too. Would be great. But I have something to add as well. When you have a DC, your lieutenant should be able to take over the squad and not make a full
Mhm.
new squad for taking up again because the commander had a DC. That would be so great because I like, the internet is very new to Germany, sarcasm off, but yeah, I have a lot of DCs, and then the squad is like, yeah, we have to leave the squad because someone else has to take up, or someone else has to leave the squad to take up, so someone can lead instead of me. You know what I mean? So
That's
for
actually a
the
good idea
time
too. Yeah, that's a good
of
idea
me
too.
being away, yeah,
That's just quality. That's just a minor quality of life change too.
yeah, exactly. Like it's not my fault that my internet connection is super bad because Germany is slow.
And on the same page, let people with disconnect um, reconnect to the border. It's really frustrating, and even with good internet
Q.
and
Mm.
DirectX 11 or ArcDPS errors, uh, you have this situation a lot. And since we have sometimes one commander at a time with a 50 Q, uh, you can be locked out of World versus World for the entire evening if you DC.
So like a grace period. What do you think is a fair
Yes, like
grace period? 60 seconds? 90 seconds? 2
2
minutes?
minutes
2 minutes, yeah.
should be
Would
enough.
you do you think that people would abuse changing classes or do you think that shouldn't matter?
Changing classes with no,
So
that should
say
be
you
only
just
for your
well
character.
no. Yeah, well
Yes.
okay, so for that specific class that you've logged in on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like with this character or class, whatever, you have been in the World with World, so you
Um,
prevent abusing.
like in other games, even Guild Wars 1, when you DC in Guild Wars 1, you can just back in and reconnect, and you are on the same spot as before. Stuff
Well, that's a
like
good
that.
idea. Yep, I like it.
Mm.
Any other ideas? These are all great ideas, by the way.
Oh, I guess my brain is empty right now.
Fiona, any other
Yes.
ideas? You
I
got two
could
big
think
ones tonight, so
way
let's
longer and
make it a
would find
trifecta.
some good ideas, but I think it's better for me and Luna when I don't think too long now, since it's 3 a.m. here,
All
and
right, so I'm not gonna keep you guys too much longer. I got 4 questions left. I don't want you guys to go
Yeah,
late.
dude.
So I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
do it. I
fast.
will get up in 3 hours, so it's
Oh no,
fine.
do you want me to end it here? I feel bad now.
No, 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 do it.
no,
Do you want
just
me to end it
finish.
here?
Yeah, no,
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 just go ahead.
no, no.
Okay, I'll go fast.
Go
I'll go
ahead
really
and
fast.
No, relax. It's okay. I'm used to that.
I feel bad. No, no, let me go fast.
No,
So,
no, 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 no.
what about game balance? What is your opinions on current game balance?
It's not that good.
Really, you don't think it's
it's
that
really
good?
good.
Well,
No,
so you think it's not that good, and Fiona thinks it's
no,
really good.
I don't like
Interesting.
Um,
that.
I
Huh.
think there are a few classes who are too weak for Zerg PvP.
Hmm.
Uh, like the thief is a really problematic class, and I think those damn portals need to be thrown out. Nobody wants a thief portal in a red keep ever, and I'm happy just because of that, that the beta thief specialization isn't that good, because nobody wants like 4 thief portals in your keep after every fight. It's yeah. But after playing like a lot of games, I think the overall balancing in Guild Wars 2 Word vs. Word is really strong. We have a lot of classes you can play like everything. Even Thief isn't as bad as other classes in other games in PvP game modes. You can still play it. It has a niche to play, and it's not meta or something, but
A
you
good
can
player
do
can
it,
make it
and
work.
it's not
A
too
good player
bad.
can make it work.
Yes.
Mm.
And in a lot of other games, it's more like, okay, we stake class X, and we need 3 of class B, and class A is weak and trash. Nobody plays class A. And then you have like 2 players on a wall in EU server or something, playing this class A, and everybody laughs about them, and they try, but it's still shit. And yes,
Though
in
to
Guild
be
Wars 2,
fair,
it's different
Fiona,
like
that
that.
used to be this game. Like up until recently, I'm with Fiona on this one. I think the game balance right now is pretty good. Up until like 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, there used to be class stacking up the ass. Like in release, everyone used to play Zerg Guardians and staff won themselves to victory. Then it was like Necros. Then it was Reapers at some time. And then the Confusion Bomb Mesmers. Class stacking was a huge thing in this game until recently. Revenants at a point where on the Hammer 2s did so much gross damage, people just stack Revenants. It's only recently, I'd say the last year and a half, where all the DPS classes are somewhere in the same range. You know, a Scourge
Mm.
is good, a Revenant is good, you know, DH is good. You could play different DPS classes. I wish there was more support options, but I think the game has never been this balanced. This is the most balanced the game has ever been.
Yeah, well, at some point, maybe I'm a little bit like too big of a perfectionist, but these points Fiona said I agree with on like in total, but these are the points which are like making it not really perfectly balanced because I'm just dreaming of a perfectly balanced game. But to be honest, I don't like the thought of one meta. I've heard about times in the very beginning of Guild Wars 2 where you just could have your own way of playing, and you needed to adapt your own way of playing to the enemies you're fighting with. You know, like with blasting fire fields and stuff like that. And if you would want to do it like that, you could go ahead. Like, you know, that you have a variety of melee and ranged fights and stuff like that. Not only with these meta,
I think
builds.
anyone who says that is being a bit disingenuous because in the beginning, all the top tier guilds, at least for the first year and a half, the top tier guilds, you know, whether whoever you want to think of, they all majority of their group was stacked with guardians. It was
Sure.
Zerker Guardians spamming staff one at the front, just blowing up entire blobs like left, right, and center. So
Hmm.
like there was heavy Guardian stacking in the beginning of the game. Like in all the good groups stacked Guardian. Yeah, there were some other groups that try to do different things, but majority of the good groups all just stacked Guardians because it was broken. It was completely broken.
Well, I guess, in fact of that, it seems very balanced.
Yeah, I mean, I get your point though. I see what you're saying. Like in the beginning, there was a little bit. There wasn't Trinity. I guess is what you're saying,
Yeah.
right? There wasn't Trinity, so
Mm-hmm.
there were no healers. There were no CCers. Everyone kind of was the jack of all trades, master of none. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, somehow like that.
I hated that.
I guess that's true. But there was definitely a lot of broken classes. There wasn't good class balance.
Yeah,
Though I
true,
think it's
true.
fair to say that there was more of every class brought a little bit of something. No class was there to just carry. Because right now, you know, scrappers carry, you know, heals and cleanses. You
Mm.
know, DPS
Yeah,
is
exactly.
specific spec, I guess. No one cares about combo fields anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
You got me on that.
No, I mean it's just there's no right or wrong answer. It's just everyone
No,
has
no,
the
it's
right to
like
their
it's
opinion.
yeah, it's a great discussion. So maybe I'm just like stuck in my opinion. So you should be open for other opinions and think about your own.
I think you're right though. Like in the beginning, there wasn't such a reliant on a strict meta per se, but there was certainly
Yeah.
class stacking.
Yes.
What about the new classes? Did you guys have an opportunity to play any of the new classes? Any of your guilds test out the new classes? What are your opinions there?
I see the new Ranger. What is this? Allied, good for GVG because of its massive CC.
Hmm.
But the other classes I didn't really try because, like, the first beta I was on vacation with Fiona, and the other times I just missed it or wasn't really able to play. So yeah. I'm not really thinking that the thief will be good for healing in the squad because of its single target healing,
Right.
you know. So it can be if your commander is just something extra squishy, you have a thief for your own heal, but yeah, that's the one thing you could use it for. I guess there are other ways to play it. Mesmer would be nice too in the squad, but thinking about that everything is a projectile, you could kill your group easily as well. Not
Yeah.
really sure about the other classes, to be honest.
Fiona, any opinions?
Um, I tried the warrior build, and even when it was like stupid overpowered in PvE, it was like trash in World vs. World. Like this idea of like um, loading the attack and dealing a massive blow is really good, but it's weaker than a normal F1 from a Berserker or even Spellbreaker. And why should I stay around for like 3 seconds loading an attack that's bad? I'm not sure. The idea is cool, but it's not good. And uh, at least in my opinion. And then I tried the Revenant build, the new one, and I had a lot of fun with that. I think the Great Sword is really well designed, and maybe there's an option to make a good midi push build with that. But the build I had the most fun with was the healer build with like dodging all the time. But the sad thing is I don't think it provides enough boons. So you're doing a lot of stuff. It's nice to have it. It's really fun, but it's bad. Sadly. So what was the last class in this beta? Oh, the Elementalist. I made the Elementalist and found out it's as trash as I thought, so I never played it.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I had a short look into the Ranger. I think Ranger could be good in the GVG situation, like not the Immorb Beast anymore, but now the, how's it called? Just the new Immorb. Untamed it was. Immorb Untamed then. Same build, but with another lead spec. To get a more tanky class with more CC, maybe. But other than that, I don't really see classes doing good stuff. But I can't really say much with the Guardian, the Mesmer, and the Necromancer since we were on vacation in this beta. Yeah.
Interesting perspectives. I think, there's potential there, but I definitely think they need to tweak a lot of things. I'm hopeful, personally, that they bring in all the classes a little bit underwhelming and then they buff it, as opposed to what they've done in the past where they just bring them in so heavy without any balance. It fucks up, game balance for long periods of time, and that we're stuck playing with broken classes. I hope they've kind of, this is what I hope this is the tack that they're taking, and they're not just
No,
implementing all these worthless classes. But I guess time will tell.
I guess so too.
All right, down to the last three. So what is your stance on open field ethics or etiquette? Do you have any, like ash jamming, pin sniping? Do you wait till the two groups finish fighting? Do you kind of just go at it? What are your personal stances?
What we do is when there's a guild fighting another guild, and we know about both of them, they want to have this fight for themselves. We wait for them. We try not to attack dual guys, but when they attack us, we kill them, obviously. And we don't throw siege or jump on our enemies. Players who does that will be kicked out of our squad. We don't tolerate insults or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty much
I
it.
think that's it.
how about
Not
pin
not really.
sniping?
No, we don't do that.
We don't.
Like you mean the commander sniping, right?
Yeah, the commander sniping. Yeah.
No,
You guys don't call
no.
it a pin, right? I noticed that's an NA thing. You guys, what do you guys call it, a tag, right?
Yeah, tag.
Yes.
Yeah, NA guys call it a pin. Don't ask me why.
Nice.
Don't ask me why. We call it a pin. I noticed that on EU. The EU community calls it a tag.
Yeah, we don't really like it. It's in the way of thinking on our server. It shows disrespect.
Right.
Same as if you see a GPG or so and you just back push, that's like again bad behavior.
And that's
Or
back push. You mean ass jam, right? That's what we call it.
yeah,
I'm assuming that's what you mean.
something like that. Yeah. That's not what we do. When the people do it on us, sure. Well, you started it. You can go and like go spawn on your waypoint again, but not starting from our side.
Right. And what's your and last two questions? And I'm sorry for keeping you late. I truly, truly, truly apologize. What's your
No,
your
it's
general
fine.
philosophy when you guys are commanding? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to more focus on like movement and positioning? Are you trying to just get really good CC control of the board? Are you working on like your damage spikes, out sustaining your enemy? You know, what's your general
Mm.
philosophy?
I want to. I like to move fast, like or faster than a normal public because I'm used to it from the name guild raids, and I want that people from the public start learning to move firstly before they start casting. Because sometimes they just stand in an enemy trap of a dragon hunter or so, and they just die while casting. You know. So movement first, then look at your damage, and then maybe put both together and play.
All right.
Have fun, go melee. Don't look at enemies too often. Like I love melee fights.
Fiona?
Um, I think I'm mostly about doing what gives everyone a good time, I think. Like winning fights, but I also struggle with like decision making since I don't want to like needlessly kill my squad and then I play a bit too passive, I think, just because I think when I wipe often against enemies we can't handle, people will leave and won't have a good time anymore, so I'm going a bit the passive stance, I think. But I'm up for fights and stuff, just trying to be safe there.
Right. Okay.
And always trying to like doing the best what the people can do and acknowledging that maybe it's really too hard for some people to like move really fast and deal damage and stuff. So I try to adapt to my squad and not the other way. Like when I have those people who can't move and cast, I try not to, but it's always a hard time to do that. But when it works, it's really great, and everybody's happy after that. Yeah.
Okay. And my last question: are both your guilds recruiting?
Or
If
Yes.
people wanted to join your guild, how can they join or learn more about your guilds?
what's the name?
Is there a website or TeamSpeak
A
or
forum.
a
No, we have
forum?
a
Can you link the
yeah.
forum in the Twitch for those that are interested in joining your guilds?
And do you have the link faster than I have?
Yes. Um, searching the right tab.
Hold on, wait.
It's
I
the
gotta give you
forum.
permission. 1 second.
It was too fast.
You had a tough fight there. Are you sure you're
There you
okay?
go. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, I need to change the message a bit.
I've been commanding and talking with you guys this entire time.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching the stream.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
watching it.
I usually command while and hopefully we do all right. But if we don't, we don't. Whatever. So
You chat manding?
I'm not even doing any manding. I'm just kind of running around hoping people can
Nice.
follow.
Sorry, you wanted to say something.
No, so Abaddon slash worldreworld.eu/forum for both guilds.
Yes.
You can find both guilds.
Okay.
every guild has a post in this forum, and you can find our team speaks there, and
Nice. And I'm sure a large portion of my audience is currently NA, but NA guys are welcome, right?
Sure.
sure.
They'd love to have
And
them, NA guys.
we are
And
a
you get
night
to do
server, so
breakfast. You get to do brunch with them
should
too,
just
with the ladies.
Yes, of course.
I think that's a big selling point.
Oh wow. But we
I mean,
used to have more female member in name than male members, so
there you go. I think you can
yeah.
have you might have a lot of NA males heading on over to take part.
I guess so, but the really bad ones we kicked out. No, just kidding.
Kick them, kick them.
Yeah.
That's funny. Um, and then any questions from the Twitch? Does anyone have any questions for Fiona or Luna? I'll open the floor up before I let them go to sleep. No one has any questions? Oh, Bullyfoot is actually a commander of one of the major guilds on NA.
Oh,
He
really?
leads a guild
oh
called
great.
Hate. Yep, he's one of their main commanders and guild leader. Very
You
nice,
should
nice
totally
guy.
join our text and have a look.
Sure, if you
I
have
believe he's
any.
the third or fourth commander I actually interviewed. All right, so then I leave it to you guys. The last word is yours, Fiona and Luna. Anything you wanna, uh, the floor is yours. You can leave it with whatever you want.
You go ahead. Do you
I'm
have
not
any?
sure.
Okay.
No last word from Fiona. All right, Luna, any
Well,
last words?
many. Thank you for inviting us. Um, it
Oh
was
yeah.
very fun. First time being interviewed on a stream, and even together with Fiona. Like we already met in real life and hang out in real life, so we even know each other. Yeah, it was really fun. Thank you. Thank you for your time, and thanks to your stream for watching. And I hope you have a great time with World, and we will see each other somewhere on any server or maybe on Twitch
Oh, thank you
and trade
guys.
druid builds.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
definitely gonna trade druid builds. You're on the Discord, so we'll definitely trade druid builds. But
Yes,
I want
sure.
to thank you guys. Like I said, you guys are the first EU commanders that I've interviewed, the first female commanders that I've interviewed, and the first time I've interviewed two commanders at the same time. So it's definitely a privilege. Thank you guys so much for participating. I think it's really important to get a wide variety of perspectives from different commanders, with different philosophies, different types of guilds, different types of, leadership play styles, commanding styles, and it allows everyone to kind of get a better understanding of who the commander is that they're playing with and against, and
Mhm.
hopefully develops a lot more respect, both playing with them and against them. So I truly appreciate both of your time. Thank you for sharing your opinions and perspectives. Fiona had two monster ideas. I love them. I absolutely
I
love them.
still need to have last words.
Oh, you do
I
have last words. Go
confused
ahead.
there.
Take it. Take it. Take it.
Thanks for inviting us as well. And I think I had a really good time here, so thanks a lot. And yeah, I hope you have a good lead and stream. Yeah,
And don't worry about
I'm
the sleeping
I'm
times.
I apologize for
yes.
that. I
I
truly,
still
truly
am
apologize
a
for that.
bit tired and stuff, so maybe I forgot something, but
Yeah,
I'm
same.
happy to be here and way more awake as on other days, I think, since it was much fun.
Yeah.
I appreciate you both. And I'll leave one final thing. Towards the holidays, and if you guys are available, that would be awesome. If you're not, I completely understand. Towards the holidays, I'm gonna end up doing a round table where I'm gonna invite
Hmm.
all the commanders I interviewed from the beginning up to that date to kind of sit together and kind of just shoot the shit, so to speak. Talk about different things together as a commander group. If you're interested, I'd love to have you back when that happens. I'll send you a DM. If you're not available, I completely understand. But I hope you guys are willing to come back. It'll be with a
Yeah,
bunch of
sure.
American blokes, but you know, we're all
I
right
guess
people.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes some translation is needed if there is an accent, but
Mm-hmm.
sure, would be very
Awesome.
happy.
Awesome. So
Okay,
I'll
cool.
count you guys in and I'll let you know when that's going to happen. But thank you again
Nice.
so much for your time. It was incredible and I loved hearing from you guys.
You're very welcome, and thank you too. Have a great night later.
You too. Have a lovely evening. Good night and have a great day tomorrow.
Thank
Good
you.
night, you too.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thank
Sleep
you.
well.
Bye.
Take
You
care.
too.
That was actually awesome. I was a little bit not nervous, but I was a little bit unsure because I don't know the EU culture as well, right? And I didn't, I was worried that they wouldn't feel comfortable, you know, but it was awesome. Like they had some fantastic perspectives, and Fiona actually had some cool fucking ideas. Believe it or not, I didn't actually think about, they should have a rank in the guild that will allow you to pick your lines. That's a fucking brilliant idea. And then, to offset pin sniping to just make the commander a ghost around the corpse. It's actually not a bad idea either if you think about it. It's a pretty good fucking idea. See, like you never know where good ideas come from. It's important to talk to different commanders from different, guilds, places, regions, styles. Like a good, brilliant idea, you never know where it's gonna come from. And those are two fucking fantastic ideas. Have a good night, Luna. Have a good night, and Fiona as well. It was pretty, fantastic to interview them. And the other thing is, I never interviewed two commanders before, so I was unsure of how to balance the time. But those two were very comfortable with one another, so they actually did my job for me. Where Luna would be like, Fiona, you want to go first, or vice versa, and they weren't speaking over one another. They kind of, they had a very already existing fantastic relationship. It seemed like so, the flow was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. But I appreciate it. Any commanders out there that want to be lined up into the future, please just hop into Discord, send me a DM. It doesn't matter who you are, where you play, what your style is. I think it's important to get a variety of opinions and feedback and perspectives, not just for the World v World community, but for ANET as well. But other than that, I'm gonna hop over to this raid and command these guys properly because they've all been just following me quietly. But I'll continue streaming. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, Endo.
Yo, what's up?
That was fun.
That was a very cool interview. Those
Uh,
two those two gals were chill as heck.
Overwatch wall can use a repair.
Where did that blob
70%.
go? More importantly, where did that blob go? Does anyone know? Food down in Lord's room. We're short some firebrands. Party 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8 needs firebrands. Some of the DHs swap over. We have food down. Some of the DHs swap. We'll go for about an hour and a half for this raid. We won't go too late. We played a lot today. NSP, Watergate. We have 3. Let's see. Let's see how they do on.
Who are you fighting?
FTL and SC.
The Pupio.
Both of them? The fuck? Why'd they swap? Okay.
They called you toxic and left.
Well, what the fuck? I wasn't even in comms. Why would I be toxic? I didn't say anything.
I tried to tell them, they called me toxic too.
Yikes. Okay.
What's going off here? I've heard about the earlier ruckus. By the way, so.
Wait, what?
The earlier ruckus.
Uh,
VIP.
Did anyone post that?
No,
What did you do to him, Mindo?
I didn't do anything. I am a kind and gentle soul. I absolutely did not do anything, my friend. Where should we go, honeymoon? Where are the blobs at?
Pupio.
Alright. Port to Bluebeal. Let's go fucking brawl that shit.
Look at the action here.
Pardon?
There's OJ's already.
Plus de violette, moins de violence.
Someone's already on this map. Koviko.
They got wiped, they attack a spawn.
Alright, we'll fight him here.
Who they wipe to?
We got a few people keyed out, but fuck it, let's brawl it.
Going to the camp.
A camp? Night Firebrand ain't in yet.
What's the queue? 5.
It's been a good week.
Not bad. Anyway, here we go. Symbols and powers in 3, 2, 1. Symbols and powers.
Go.
You're running inside. Okay.
They're pumping the wall. Look at it.
Just back forward.
To
Lines
100.
forward. Just clip his tail.
Vous allez sauver.
Camel, can you go firebrand? Are they really repairing the wall? Oh, Mickey's.
Funny though, those IV guys, they're not sure. All week.
Cub, go firebrand as well? No?
I can go firebrand if you need.
Okay, go and go firebrand. That's fine. Yeah, stay DH.
I think half of them boarded.
What? No. They're in there. It's a thicky bobicky. They're actually building siege. What the fuck? Symbols and powers in 3, 2, 1. Symbols and powers. Alright, that's a waste of a bubble. Thank you. Small stabs. Chase back above. Stay with me. Haze above, just haze, nothing big. Stay tight. Small stabs. Small stabs. Chase back above. What? Interesting.
Ça devient sérieux.
Akuma stay in.
Alright. Small stabs in 3, 2, 1. Small stab. Chase back above. Get close. Jar's defensive super speed. Just bomb forward. I'm over, dodge back 1. Stay tight.
Que c'est moi.
Roll to me. I'm on the stairs. We haven't lost a single person yet. We lost 3 because you guys weren't together. Chase back above. Big stabs. Super speed. Just bomb forward. We lost people not on comms. We're good. Timer and Jaros.
27.
Big
Small
step up.
stabs. Big stabs. Oh, they fucked up. Just bomb right here.
Je pourrais très bien le faire.
Stay tight. Keep bombing it. Heals. Super speed in 3, 2, 1. Double slot Aegis. You're gonna roll through at the top. Running into it. Small stabs. Big stabs.
We might make it to bay.
Pardon?
We might make it to bay.
So you know what the interesting is? They changed the public squad that if you go allow uninvited players to join, you can be a public pin, right? But if you click that to no, it takes away your 3 pips. Before you could be a public pin, but this could be to no, and you would still get your command pips. It's an interesting change. Have a good night, Genovi. Thank you. Yeah, it was a great interview. Those guys, both those gals were very smart. They're very cool. I thought it was a brilliant interview. I truly enjoyed it. Have a good night, Grail. Sleep well. Have a lovely evening.
I think
See you
the pip
tomorrow.
change isn't bad. I mean, it encourages public pins, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with that. I don't disagree. You're in voice comps? Alright.
Well, usually when people use the term interesting, they usually has a negative connotation.
What do you mean?
Well, in the sense that, well, they made that change. I found that interesting. Doesn't usually mean a positive light, but maybe you are meaning it a positive light, which is
it's just kind of a neutral comment, I guess. Small steps. Super speed. I don't. It's different. I don't know if I can't. I haven't decided whether I like it or not yet. Like, I mean, basically, when I pugman prior, I would pugman, but I'd make it Discord only, and still get the public, you know,
right. Public
pips. Yeah, now I cannot, which is, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Well, I'm glad I get some more pips finally. Jeez.
I mean,
I mean,
now
not
that
that
you
pip.
need it.
Yeah, I mean, pips don't really matter to me, but still, it's an. Yeah, I mean, since it doesn't matter to me, I guess it's a good change. It'll encourage, like JJ said, it'll encourage more pugmanders. I don't know. Like all this, like half this group 1 shit would not be in our squad normally. As a matter of fact, why not? Let's do this. Do you guys need food? I shall drop food. Where the fuck are they? Both groups went to... where? Jeez, they both went to NSPBL? What the fuck? Port to NSPBL. I don't understand. I'd rather see a little bit more gold rather than pips. I don't disagree with that, or I'd like to see more gold too. Memories of battle though? That is gold. That's true too, Caramel. It's a fair point. I mean, that translates into gold, right?
Not as much as Vector and shit.
Not as much as what?
As doing Vector.
Oh.
At least Memories of Battle is still up somewhat.
Vili, are you in comms? Vili, are you in comms? Vili? Vili, going once, going twice. Sold. Thick Skull, are you in comms? Thick Skull? Thick
Yeah,
Skull?
I am.
You're stupid, no. Thick Skull, are you in comms, friend? Friend, Thick Skull? Hawkman, Thick Skull, going once, going twice. Sold. I am Batman, are you in comms? I am Batman.
No, it's your ex-wife.
Are you in comms? Going once, going twice. I am Batman. Where's Robin? I am Batman. Hello? Going once, going twice. Sold. Willow, Willow. Willa, Willow. Destiny found. Are you in comms? Willa, Willow. Willa, Willow. Going once, going twice. Willa, Willa. Sold. Wazzy, Wazzy. Cheers, Stegalkin. Wazzy. Hello, Wazzy, Wazzy. Going once, going twice. Wazzy, Wazzy. Sold. Phoenix, Phoenix, 38, 34. Trya, Trya, Trya. Trya, Trya. Going once, going twice. Going once, going twice. Trya, Blade Hand. Trya, Trya. Bladey, Bladey. Going once, going twice. Sold. He sold himself. I didn't even have to sell him. He's just like, fuck this, I'm outie. Sold.
I wonder who are you selling these people to?
Selling them
What
to
kind of business
NSP.
do you got going on?
Selling it to NSP. Sold to NSP. The
Was
server
this
where
your
no one
side
joins
gig?
comms. The server where no one joins comms. Sold. Y'all are silly. Y'all are just silly. Silly billies. Ah, fuck. What happened here? Where'd they go?
Tower.
Oh,
Other side.
alright. Let's go fight it. Are you okay, Kaz? You are not
No.
okay. You seem to have gotten
I got
slain.
Condi loaded.
Small stabs.
Got the gate.
Super.
Thought walls open around the corner.
The wall is open around the corner.
It
They
is not
closed
open
it.
anymore.
They pumped that wall up. Let's res our friend.
Molasses.
Small stabs. Oh, you died inside. We
Oh,
can't
man, you
res you,
just
my friend.
worked. Oh, wait, that's somebody else.
Do you want to just mark them?
Oh, molasses.
Oh, you released.
He needs to tell molasses. He needs to go like blue.
FAs.
A lot of fucking villains in there, huh? Symbols and powers in 3, 2, 1. Symbols and powers. Do 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 do. Yo, molasses is just sending it. Small stabs. She's back forward. Haze. They actually just bombed a lot for no reason. Ah, okay, that's their own problem. Big stabs, gyros, super a speed. Yo. This bomber here, dodge back one. Keep spiking it.
Oh,
Big bombs.
oh, no.
Defensives. And lines forward. Big spikes. Big
Nailed it. That's a wall,
spikerooskies. Oh, there's more behind us. Killed all our green names. Lemon, lemon, lemon. Squeeze me. Lemon, lemon. Are you in comms? Lemon, squeeze me. Lemon, lime. Lemon, lemon, lime. Lemon, lemon, lime. Squeeze me. Are you in comms? Going once, going twice. Sold to NSP.
With name like that, you expect them to be in comp?
Maybe they're fancy. You don't know that. You can't just assume things.
Okay.
I bet you these two guys aren't in comms either. I bet you. Carrie, are you in comms? Carrie? Carrie, are you in comms? Twilight Zone guy? Come back to the non-Twilight Zone area. Twilight Zone guy, are you in comms? Carrie? 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 Twilight Zone guy? Going once? Going twice? Sold 10 SP.
Thank you, True Kaz.
They're all here.
Martin Derricota, are you in comms? Mr. Martin? Dr. Saturno?
Jesus Christ, just kick him. Holy
This
shit.
what, we have We have to make sure we can't just kick people. We're not savages. Like, come on, this is a civilized fucking raid. All right, we give everyone an opportunity here. Dr. Saturno, I apologize for my friend Null. He grew up in a barn. I apologize for him. All right, I apologize on his behalf. He was raised in a barn. Martin Derricota, 9132. Martin Derricota, 9132. Paging Martin Derricota,
God damn it.
9132. Dr. Saturno, aka Dr. Saturno, are you in comms? Going once,
Doctor,
going
we have
twice.
emergency.
Sold NSP. All
Hey,
right,
just
Nissel.
reading.
Nissel, are you in comms? Nissel. Nissel 6819. Nissel 6819, aka Rhea. Paging Rhea. Rhea. Paging Rhea. You're listening through Twitch. You know what? That's
Oh
good
my
enough for me.
gosh.
That's good enough for me. You can stay in. Not sold NSP. All right, here we go. Souls of Powers at 3, 2, 1. Souls of Powers. Pushing forward at 3, 2, 1. Push forward. Small subs at 3, 2, 1. Small subs. Yo, these guys are back to their spawn already. Small. Blue at bay, going to lose a T3. Wait, is this for real? Show back? Super speed? Why didn't anyone say anything?
Because you're reading out like 20 people's names back to back.
Yeah.
Now serving customer Nissel.
Yo, no one said anything though. Mount up. It's not my fault. We're not animals, Null. Okay, we're not savages. We live in a society with rules and laws. You of all people should know and understand this.
No, I'm just here to collect paychecks.
All right, you of all people are the enforcer of the laws in our society.
Oh yeah, wall's down.
Inner or outer?
Outer.
How about what does inner look like?
Nothing on inner.
Oh, really?
Well,
See, we were lied to. We were lied to. We were
looking.
we were jebaited. All right, let's repair this wall and then we'll go back to fight that blob.
Walls at 23, you know.
Oh, we still have Red Keep and EBG. Damn. They gave up.
He's getting organised to conquer world versus world. Apparently.
Hey, folks.
Hail, friend. How are you this fine evening?
Rather well. Bit tired. How are you?
I'm well, thank you for asking. I was wondering when you were going to ask. Where did those two groups go? To the tower.
East key.
To the key. If anyone would like an invite to the squad, please X up. I'm happy to invite you.
Northeast tower is ready for attacks. If want to put some. But it's paper.
Oh, on the bridge in front of us.
It's a lot of players actually between those two groups. They got many of villains. Symbols and powers in 3, 2 on symbols and powers. Many of villains. Many of villains. This guy's he's a premature.
Popular.
Mm-hmm. Small stabs in 3, 2, 1 small stabs. Shade spike a forward. If to the left. These guys dropped so much shit early on. It's interesting, huh? Double small stabs in 3, 2, 1. Double small stabs Aegis. Dodge back one. Shift to the right. There was big stab super speed. Just bump to me, not past me. Big deep spikes. Dodge back one again. Heals. Defensives. Super speed. Oh, I'm mowed. I'm okay. Time on G-Ruz.
Ready.
Small stabs. Face back on the right. Small steebs again.
I have gyros up.
Gyro's ready.
Shades back to the right. DF, gyros, super speed. Jump to the right here. D1 right here. Make sure you make that jump. Small stabs. Shift to the right. Super speed again. D2. Defenses. Small stabs. Hold. Timer and gyros. Dodge back one. Super speed. Big stab super speed. Lines forward. Dodge right. Can I sell someone else? Casper, 6427. Casper, 6427. Casperian, Casper, 6427.
Not here.
Going once. Going twice.
Not present.
Okay, we can't sell Kaz. Res our friend.
So, you squat.
Goma blocks southwest camp.
Hail, Leroy. How are you, my friend?
I'm great. I couldn't log in for a while. I'm back in.
Did you fix your problem?
Yes.
Would you like a squad, Leroy?
Sure.
Do you want to be sold to NSP?
NSP, oh, Northern Southern Peaks.
Yeah, Northern Southern Peaks. Do you want to be sold? Do you want to be sold to the Northern Southern Peaks? Do you want to be sold to the Northern Southern Peaks, Leroy?
I think so.
All right, just accept it. We'll pull you into the squad. I wouldn't want to sell you to the Northern Southern Peaks either. That'd be terrible. Can you tell me? Can you answer me a question though, Leroy? Where exactly are the Northern Southern Peaks?
SP, you mean the server?
No. The northern southern peaks. Where exactly is it? Dude, that blob is 61 players. Holy smokes.
Quite easy to cross.
Do 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 do.
Ticket.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I got him in combat.
Ifrit, you seem to be dying every fight. Do you want to be sold to an SP?
Not every damn it.
Is that what you're trying to tell me? You want to be sold to an SP?
False advertisement.
Cause they'll buy anybody over there. They don't give a fuck.
I already have an alt on SOR.
Yeah, but do you want to be sold to an SP? Because
Nope.
you keep playing like that, and we're gonna fucking sell you. We're gonna send you to the northern southern peaks if you're not fucking careful. All right, I'm just telling you now.
It's a totally new server.
No one knows where that is, but that's where you're fucking going.
They all left.
What do you mean they all left?
Except Makuma.
Where the fuck did they go?
One went to Red BO.
Yeah, Shiver Peaks.
One went to EB.
One raged quit.
Went to
That's
North
most
and Southern
important.
Peaks.
This is what happened.
I have an alt on that server, actually.
You have an alt on northern southern peaks?
Shiver Peaks.
Oh, Shiver Peaks. Now you're just making places.
Oh,
You're just
okay,
making.
EP.
You're just making shit up now.
They're going for the key. Yeah, EB key.
All right, everyone, get inside. Port TBG. Do 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 do. They thought they could do a tricksy poo on us.
Yeah.
SN.
Only the bugs can handle the blues on Bay.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Will someone freaking pull it?
This is my last fight, this. Off to sleep.
Alright.
Good night.
No, this is my last fight.
It's Paul, it's Paul.
Steady waypoint. Do 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 do.
Grab the WP.
Ooh. Gyro's going 3, 2, 1. Gyros! Big step! Big burst! Super speed. Lines out.
They never saw it coming.
This just got melted.
Wait, they were there?
Yeah, they were there.
Oh. Well done. I didn't see them.
No,
They didn't
gone.
see us coming. I didn't see them coming. Are you sure they were there? Are you sure we killed people?
He got destroyed.
This team rolled them.
Oh. Sold to NSP too. They're sold to NSP as well. Repair this gate.
No, that was my last fight. So I'll see you later.
Have a good night, Born. Sleep well. See you tomorrow.
Night, Born.
See you later on today.
See you later on today, my friend. Have a lovely evening.
Commander Siege Crusher.
Now this is a commander worth following, am I right?
Yep.
This is a commander worth following.
Did we get the video finally? I don't think it's ready. That was too hilarious. The guy coming on voice chat. Is on bay good?
We can always port back. We got no queue. We can go back and forth.
Akuma is a southwest tower. You're taking it right now.
It's definitely a queue.
I just saw some OJs on NSP, but I missed where they were.
What the fuck is this?
Hello? What the fuck?
What? That's the protection.
What's this invisible barrier?
Yeah. Akuma's going for pay now.
Dots.
So we can save Clove and then we'll go for Bay. Port to keep here. What's up, PV? How are you, my friend? We lost it. We bloody lost. These Maguma berries flipped it so bloody fast. Port to Hombiel Garrison. Garrison.
Gary's son.
Garrison?
Gay-san. That's Korean for garrison.
They're going to southeast tower.
They're not on, whatchamacallit?
Bay?
No.
Glenn,
Southeast
Gary, Glenn Ross?
Hi, Garrison. This is Gary's dad. Oh, hi, Gary's dad. You want to be sold to NSP? You are on NSP. My condolences, my friend. Are you from the northern or the southern side? That's a very good question, Angra. Anything new going on? No, just been farming this for about 10 hours.
10 hours?
We're just farmers.
Just farmers trying to make a living. Look at this shit. Just farmers trying to fucking make it.
I'm just a farmer trying to make it.
Look at this. Look at.
God damn.
Look at these two whoppers right here. Oof. Oof. Even this one. Oof.
Well, I think it's safe to say
We're
we're
gonna
definitely go up.
We're definitely out of tier 4 jail, friends. We did it. We fucking did it.
Man, I didn't even
Time for a
got
new
home like
challenge.
3 hours ago. How
Heard
did
someone
you
came to
run?
Discord saying I ruined World v World. No, not saying I ruined. I destroyed. I'm the World v World destroyer. Not that I'm the World v World ruiner. I'm the World v World destroyer.
Wait, when was this?
We just need the video. That's all. That's all we need.
Makoma is a northeast camp.
Really?
The report? They already flipped it.
Yeah, hang tight for now. Grand Destroyer Indo. Satone. I like the way you think.
There's no tack in the northeast tower, though.
I have no idea, PV. I have no fucking idea. Don't ask me. I was just as confused.
Salt is savory.
Instead of God of World v World, it's a Destroyer of World v World.
Pass the salt, please.
The northeast tower.
Okay.
Ogre Watch, emergency waypoint.
Take that. Take the Overwatch waypoint. We'll wipe that, then go to Northeast Tower. We got time.
It flipped. It flipped.
Oh
Flip.
no! Then go to PK on home BL. And go to Northeast Tower. I'll meet you there. Oh no! A very late pull on that thing.
Yep. But it's blue, flipped it.
Flip it good.
On the gate.
Oh, there's some red behind Salt.
Here they come. Oh, here they come.
Oh shit, they are inside.
And there they go. You guys just fucking crushed them.
I went right through them.
These guys literally just like ran in a straight line. They didn't even bother dodging. Fuck.
Yeah, I taught them.
Makes sense.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
Null's really making World v World a better place for all.
Thank you for selling me some of your players.
He's a giver. What can he say, you know?
I'm ready to call it soon, though, to be honest, friends. I've gamed a lot today.
There's a pin and water here.
We'll wipe that, then I might call it. Actually, we're going to wipe that, then I'm definitely going to call it. Did a lot of gaming today. Did an interview, did a lot of gaming, just, I'm donezos. I got yelled at.
Wait,
fuck.
Tell me about this yelling thing. I missed that
I'm
experience.
still waiting for
You
a
just
video
need
for
the
that.
Video. You just need a video, then you will hear everything. It was really funny. It's Zig. Zig. I don't know.
Zig has
Somebody
it.
posted.
ZIG. Ziggs has it.
Can we put it in like the guild chat or something?
Yeah, he said he's gonna edit.
I don't know how to
the,
post videos
video.
into guild chat, but
Well,
repair
you
this game.
know, in Discord, my friend. Discord, my friend.
All right, yeah.
Who
Just
yelling? Who was yelling?
Me.
A
What
big
was his
meanie.
Oh,
name?
sorry.
The leader of FTL. What was his name?
Scory? It started with
Zippy?
S.
Deutsch? Oh,
Started with S.
No,
Dexter.
no.
Point
Dexter,
Dexter.
Dexter. Pointy Dexter. That's right.
Zeroichi.
Pointy Dexter, not Zippy. Where the fuck did I get Zippy from? Fuck. Pointy Dexter.
I mean, they were pretty close, you know. Zippy, Pointy Dexter, pretty close.
And the dude comes in. The weird thing is the guy comes into the fucking thing and he like expected me to recognize his voice and know who the fuck he was. I was like, bro, I thought it was one of you guys trolling me initially. I was like, why is this? Why are you trolling me? What did I do? He's like, you know who it is. What? You know who it is. I don't know who it is.
He thinks that's the problem. They think they're the shit.
I
It says
mean,
we're
it is
being
just a video
bullies.
game.
We're being bullies towards players who are
Oh
new.
yeah, it's the guy you've been following from BL to BL. I usually follow the groups because that's where the action is. It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal, my friend. It's nothing personal.
Raid guild.
You should have apologized and told him you'll let him win the fight.
Remember, that's the people who message me. You're not playing fair. You're pin watching. You're not playing fair. Don't follow us.
Many people are doing this. You just go private pin if you don't like it.
Oh, anything to kill or else I'm done. I'm done.
Dun dun dun.
Done. Everyone, right click your firebrands. Right click your scrappers. It was a fun raid.
Don't send me anything, Noel.
Yeah, I just got here. I've been blocked out for a while.
You need it more than I do, Noel.
You're taking these bags and you'll like it.
I appreciate you all.
You
I hope you all have a lovely rest of your evening and a wonderful day tomorrow at work or school or whatever it is that you do when you're not here with me. And we will see one another for reset. I think we have avoided the pits of another tier 4 hell. So I'm pretty sure we're going to tier 3. If this doesn't do it, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. If this doesn't let it do it, then I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just too bad we don't have alliance.
But other than that, it is too bad we don't have alliance. But other than that, I wish you all a lovely, lovely evening. Sleep well. Take care. See you
It's
tomorrow.
gonna be
Good
Bye.
night.
Good night. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night. Good night, friends.
So
Much
the
love.
alliance definitely is not happening tomorrow.
All right, stream. I did a lot of gaming tonight, my friends. I'm calling it. But before we call it, let us raid a World v Worlder, shall we? Do 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 do. You know who we're gonna raid? We're gonna raid my boy Nico because he's such a good guy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Good night, Twitch. Do 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 do. See you tomorrow. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.